Okay, last session began as Arjun deftly used his How to Disguise to con the gargoyles within the Sky Temple to back off and return to their post. Continuing on, you located a secret meeting spot where several documents holding critical information were located. A letter from Sora Terraza, with a handwritten prophecy involving the court of Thelanis, hand-picking individuals as their champions in the challenges to come. Also, Corlin found a letter from the Lord of the Hunt stating the actual purpose of the contaminated Fey Dust and the unfortunate side effects for those that aren't worthy of the title of champion. Even more correspondence from the Snow Queen herself were found stating that those deemed worthy will have visions of the homeland of the member of the court that has chosen the individual. Several items were located throughout the remainder of the Sky Temple as you jump from platform to platform, eventually accidentally running into the being known as Leosifer, the light elf in charge of guarding the Sky Temple, who was vanquished. As he fell, a close by friend in an airship saw the body choosing to rise and investigate the sky, finding the party and allowing for an easy exit from this hazardous location. You found your way back to the Broken Anvil Inn that's owned by Ardrin's aunt, and currently it is still nighttime, and everybody is recovering from their night experiences, and the warehouse as well
Escapades.
happened today. So yeah, lots of going on, and Belkyra and Talia and Nyack retired early. They are in their rooms, so it's just Corlin, Ardrin, and SM396. Would you like to
Alright,
do?
so Adrian, you can no longer cast any spells today, correct?
I believe I used my last one, yes, on...
Alright, I still have 4 things that I believe are magical that we need to like identify. I have these 2
Something,
orbs, a rod,
something,
and a circlet.
yeah, something I realized about the Identify spell is that it's a ritual. So you can cast it without using a spell slot. If you
10
take the 10
minutes?
minutes to cast it, you can do it over and over again and identify all the items without taking up spell slots.
Oh, you're right. You're
Oh,
right. I do
convenient.
see that
So
it's a
we could have
ritual
done that already
cast.
then, huh?
Yeah.
We still can do it, I just realized this after testing it. You know what, I'm gonna try it out anyway.
I've been wasting everyone's time now, and I realize that I don't need to anymore.
Oh wow, look at that, you can go fuck yourself right there.
Uh, I meant to say that in my head. Yes.
Oh, don't worry, I
Yeah,
heard it
yes,
out
yeah.
loud.
No, it doesn't matter really. But yeah. So like, I only have let's see here, those 4 items, and then I got 2 rings, and then a large necklace. But I don't think the rings of the necklace are magical. I think that those are just like wares or something that we can
Well,
sell.
we'll just go up to that, to my room where I carved it into the floor, so I'll just cast it. Well, I'll try to
About
identify the
that,
items there.
I believe when you use chalk, it evaporates when the spell is over. So the
I
runes will be
carved it
gone
into the wood.
with the knife.
Yes.
You took the time to do that.
I did that, like the last 2 times we were here. I carved it into the wood there because I didn't have chalk on me. And my
Hmm.
aunt will understand.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure she will. This is your permanent room.
I don't know about permanent. Hi, Shadow.
Okay, so
Anyways, I'll give you the
which item are you
conversation.
looking at first?
Do you
Uh,
have any? Or do I have everything?
I think you have everything because I remember I also had two
Let's go
spell
with the.
scrolls, a
They're
cape,
all
and a
Fey
robe.
items. So I say that we see what the circlet is first.
All right, so I sit down in my room and I make sure that the engravings that I had made are still as I expect to work. And red, they start glowing red, and I cast Identify.
Okay, as your runes glow red and all around you, and your hair kind of flies up a little bit with the magic, you find out that this is a circlet of blasting.
Circlet of Blasting.
Or yeah, you can write them all down. It
Yeah.
works out better. What does that do exactly?
It casts a scorching ray spell.
Okay, so is it like once per day, or is it just one time use only?
Let me look it up so I can tell you for sure.
Can anyone use it?
I'm Googling it as
Does it
well.
have to be attuned?
It's uncommon, it's not attunable. While wearing this circlet, you can use an action to cast Scorching Ray with it. When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with an attack bonus of +5. The circlet can be used this way, cannot be used this way until the next dawn. So it's once a day, yes.
It's once
Once
a
a
day.
day.
Okay. That's a +5 scorching ray. Or well, yeah, plus to attack, and then you take its damage. Awesome. I actually don't know who would need this. I guess Arjun would probably be the best person to have it, just so you have another form, like a free spell.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
That would be
I'm-
useful for you.
So this circlet, I assume it's for human normal size. Will it also fit on my head, being a halfling?
Well, it's magical, so it's not going to matter. So as soon as you try to put it on your head, it'll just form.
Okay. I was gonna
Ella
do
wears
a,
hers around her neck, but you can
Oh.
do whatever you want.
I was gonna Prince Albert. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. If anything, I'll take it. I'll see if I
But
have
yeah,
the
either you
attunement
or I
slots
guess
available.
Talia, because y'all, the two of you are casting
Or
more
even
spells.
Bell. Bell could probably use it.
Bell's gotten everything so far, honestly. You
That's
know,
true.
let's just spread it around.
Okay,
Okay,
what's
we'll
the
see
next
what the
item?
rod is next.
Okay, I do the same thing for the rod.
Okay, the rod comes up as a sky blinder.
Eye blinder.
Sky Blinder. And what does that do?
Sky blinder requires attunement. You gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic quarterstaff. While holding it, you gain a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. If a flying creature you see within 30 feet of you makes this attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to hold the staff aloft and cause it to flare with light. The attacker has disadvantage on the attack roll, and it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the end of its next turn.
So someone who uses a quarterstaff.
It's going to be you or Talia.
I don't use a quarterstaff, so
Okay, then we can give that to Talia because I believe that she uses a dagger, but she likes to throw her dagger like all the time.
yeah, she's gonna lose that
And then
thing
she
one
fucking
day.
lost. She's gonna yes, she will lose that dagger. It will
Yeah.
happen.
She did just get a Staff of Withering.
Oh,
But-
right.
You can always sell this shit too, guys.
It's true too. Okay, so
So what's the cost? How? Okay, never mind.
well, we'd have to find that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was called the what
Sky
again?
blinder staff.
Well, it's a Sky Blinder rod,
Oh.
but yes, it uses the same properties as the staff.
Well, and we'll discuss this with and, I mean, if people want to use it, they can use it. I doubt that Elkyra is gonna want to because she's got that chain whip, unless she's actually gonna want to use it for the spells. But
Yeah,
with
you
the
can.
Arjun, what weapon do you actually use in your hand?
I use my Gulsharat. It's basically like a dagger sheath on my arm that I use as a wand. A regular dagger.
But doesn't that stay like in your sheath until you like need
I can
it, like expel it?
I can take it out. It's a dagger that I can stab people with it too. It's just on my arm, so I can easily use it.
Would you not want to use this quarter stuff?
I have to see if I actually am proficient in using that.
You are. It's a
It's a
simple
simple
quarter staff
weapon?
is a simple weapon.
Okay,
yeah.
then
And
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would look into it just because like it'd be benefit you more than anybody else. I mean,
Yeah.
Talia too, but Talia already has a weapon.
Acorn could
So-
use it too if you wanted something close range. You can use a staff.
Man, I think Acorn loves her bow.
Well, yeah.
I think she's the person like even if someone's like 5 feet away from her, she's still gonna use her bow.
Daggers once.
You used the dagger once.
Yeah.
Why don't you hold on to it and see if you like it?
Oh, are you talking to Acorn?
Yes.
Okay. And I put it in my little. Can I put that in my quiver? Where it just kind of
Sure.
like poof disappears?
I love it.
Cool.
You're gonna have to get back to them on what it does.
Yeah, it's in D&D Beyond for Acorn.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that one.
And then I got 2 Fey Orbs.
Zoom. The first one is called a Orb of Cold Shielding.
cold shielding.
That
That
sounds
seems
nice.
yeah, that sounds good.
It's orb of shielding cold. There's one for each type of damage.
And so, are they both cold shielding, or
No,
is the other
the other one is an orb of direction.
Orb of direction.
The orb of shielding is a polished spherical chunk of crystal aligned to one of the planes of existence. If you're a spellcaster, you can use this orb as a spellcasting focus. If you're holding the orb, when you take damage of the type associated with the orb's material, you can use your action to reduce the damage by 1d4. That's what
no?
it
But it
does.
requires you to use your action. To do
Yeah,
that.
and to be attuned to it.
I don't think she said attuned. I think that she said that you just had to be a spellcaster.
I said
Is it
reaction.
attunement?
It uses your reaction, and it does require attunement, yes.
Oh, okay. Oof. Oh, I definitely would not use that.
Just
and then,
to
what?
just to confirm, we can only attune to 3 items, right? At a time.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
And what is the other one?
The other one is an orb of direction. While holding this orb, you can use an action to determine which way is north. This property functions only on the material plane. This one's special though. It has an extra arrow on it. As Arjun's looking at it, it has a little red arrow as well as a black arrow, and it's pointing in a different direction. You can't gather magically what it's pointing towards, but it looks to be not
Is
north.
it pointing towards any one of us?
No.
So the
Well,
black arrow is pointing. That's a
North.
natural one, and then there's a what arrow? White.
It's a red arrow.
Red
It's
arrow.
pointing in a different direction.
Okay.
Alright, so I
Uh,
kind of skipped out on what it does. What?
It's like a compass,
Okay.
basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It shows which direction is the true north.
Well, then definitely myself or Acorn should be holding on to this.
Okay, I had 2 spell scrolls, a cape, and a robe from like the first box that I opened. So I'd like to identify those 2 scrolls as well.
Jesus, Shadow, you're so irritating.
Go, Shadow. Yeah, go. Chill out.
Okay, I'm gonna write down the orb. I didn't write down the other one though. It's orb of pathfinding, I believe.
Orb of direction.
Orb of direction.
Okay, for the spell scrolls, the first one is a spell scroll of magic missile.
Ooh. I almost wish I was a wizard right now.
The second one is a spell scroll of crown of madness.
Me too,
Hey.
actually.
Magic missile and crown of madness.
I wish somebody could cast haste.
I think Belle might be able to do that eventually.
No, well,
No.
no. I think at the earliest it'd be level 6 for her, but I don't think that she went that route. She'd have to be the College of Lore to be able to do that.
Hmm.
Because it's not a bard spell. It's a wizard spell or a sorcerer.
Alright. And then I had a cape and a robe.
A cape and a robe.
Yeah, that's
Okay, the cape, as do you look at it, is a cape of billowing.
cape of Bill. This is a fucking shit ton of magic items, okay?
Well, good. That's why we go and look for them, or at least me and Acorn look for a lot of shit. Acorn, you do not have anything in your Acorn. Do you have anything in your inventory that need to be identified, or
Our cloak of billowing.
Yeah, cloak of
anything
billowing.
like that?
Harmonica?
Is it magical?
I don't think so. It only plays one note and she blows in it.
Out of all the scavenging that you've been doing, this is all that you find.
Snod.
Oh, I am going to have to work on how you look for items. Shiny. You see this, and I look at like the magical items. See, shiny. Okay. This is what you want right here. Shiny. Take notes.
I look around for
Get you money.
and
She can't write. So, cloak of billowing. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically.
That's it. That's all it does. It just like you walk into a room and you cast it and just makes your shit wave everywhere.
Monster needs to do his noise.
How do What, that one?
Yeah. Okay, and the last one, the robe is a robe of useful things.
Oh.
That's actually useful for everybody.
Yeah, that's of useful things.
Does
And I
that
roll-
require attunement?
I believe so. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. I have one of my.
Sorcerer.
It
I
doesn't.
think it's a common item. I
What's
think
up?
it just has a bunch of different stuff that you can use.
You know, you got like all those like
Honestly-
magic items and stuff.
Yeah,
You just like sell them whenever.
you can.
Or do you have to like
But
go...
the thing is, like, our party really hasn't found magic items yet, so like a lot of us don't have stuff on us. Like, we all got a badass item when we kind of came into the campaign. We
Yeah.
haven't found too much since then. So I'm gonna give everybody an opportunity to cash in on one of these if they want it.
Yeah, if
you know?
someone wants to keep it, we'll let them keep it, and if we don't have any use for it, we can sell it
We'll
or
just sell
use
it.
it as like a bargaining chip for things. We're like, okay, we'll give you this cool thing. You know, like if you're trying to trade with some NPC or something,
Oh, okay.
you can just do that as well. If that's if they want it or not. Else, we can try to sell it to a vendor of sorts.
Yeah, because everyone wants like stuff that is expensive too.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay, so for the robe of useful things, it's a complicated item. Basically, it's covered in patches. When you look at it, it's covered in all these different patches that do different things. There's 25 patches on it. I rolled really good because it's 12 standard patches, and these roll 4d4, and I got 13 out of 16. So there's 25
Nice.
patches on it.
Wow.
Hey, listen, wouldn't you think that the Nyack would be good with something like that?
Yeah, probably. Oh, sorry.
I
that's
mean,
me.
because he's the one that's like everywhere. Well, I'm talking to you because the ones that probably would use this the most would be Arjun or Nyack, in my opinion. You know?
I mean,
So I'm like directly talking to Arjun.
this potentially can be. I mean, he can't hit anything with that hammer he has, so maybe
Like, yeah.
this will have
He's
useful
completely
things.
support. He's just like some tall motherfucker that does like cast spells. That's all he does, really.
He is a tall motherfucker. That is correct.
Mm-hmm. So I would think let's hold off on that one right now and see if you would like it, and if not, I guess would you use it? If not,
I mean, I have this cloak that I'm wearing. I like this one a lot.
no. Okay, so you already got that slot filled. I don't know if like you can wear multiple stuff, but yeah, good point. All right, then like we'll see if he wants it or not, or if anyone else does. I mean, Acorn, does that look like interesting to you? I mean, you look like the one that would like.
You like cloaks as well. Look, you're covering your
think
head right now.
Okay, but listen to me. You cannot use all of these right away. You know, I don't want you to like just pull pockets to pull pockets. You know.
I mean, she totally would.
I think she would. I think she would go through all of them like right away, like a little child.
You want me to tell you the patches that are on it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's 25, so it's gonna be a long list. There's 2 dagger patches. There's 2 lantern patches. There's 2 mirrors patches. There's 2 10-foot pole patches. There's 2 50-foot rope patches.
Jesus.
This is going to Acorn.
Yeah.
There's 2 sack patches, like for just a bag. So that's 12 so far.
Okay.
Okay, there's 2 pit patches. What those do, it's a 10-foot cube. When you place it on the ground, within 10 feet of you, it makes like a falling pit.
Okay, like
Okay.
a trap. All right.
Yeah. Then there's 2 potion of healing patches.
Oh shit.
Those are expensive.
There's 2 ladder patches. You get a 24-foot ladder. There's 2 rowboat patches.
Oh, okay.
It's a 12-foot rowboat. There is a window patch.
Fuck do you? Okay.
It's a window. It makes a 2-foot by 4-foot window, and you can place it on any vertical surface. You want to get in somewhere. Then there is an iron door patch.
It's one, I assume.
Yes. Iron door, up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high, barred on one side of your choice. When you place this in an opening you can reach, it conforms to fit the opening, attaching and hinging itself.
Is it locked automatically?
It doesn't say that, no. I'm sure there's a lock on it. There is a riding horse with saddlebags patch. There is a patch that is 100 gold in a bag. And then there's a patch that's 10 gems worth 100 gold apiece.
Jesus.
Well, wow. That's like 500 gold right there.
10 gems worth 100 gold apiece? That's surely 10.
Yeah, this is
1,000.
on a
never mind.
like a table. Like I had to roll a d100 for all of these to figure out what y'all got, so got lucky.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's
Well, I'd say
one.
that we probably should split up the money between the party.
Well,
just
if
because
we
we're all kinda
pull the
broke right
patch,
now.
we haven't pulled the patches yet.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, unless we want to save it for like when we need it, type of thing.
Let's not lose it.
Who are we gonna trust with this item?
We already said it.
I think Acorn would probably be best with this, honestly.
I think so too. I just hope that nobody comes up there and says, "You have a nice robe. Can I have it?" And then she's just like, "Oh yeah, sure. You're my friend." And
No, no, no. Look, this is how we do it. Acorn, if we give you this rope, you cannot give it to anyone else. Only comes back to one of us. You okay?
Okay.
Sorry. See, well, see, problem solved.
Okay.
I don't think that's okay. Sure.
Dude, if I've learned anything about Acorn, she listens.
Okay. I also had a set of daggers and a rapier.
Those were not magical.
I also
Um,
have 2 daggers and a rapier.
Oh, I think that's the same ones. I think that I handed over to you.
I got mine from the dude we killed in the warehouse.
Oh, I think mine came from the box. That was
Yeah,
in.
so I think they're separate.
Okay, is that everything? Because I'm fucking exhausted.
There's one more thing. There's the necklace. The necklace is an amulet of the devout.
Amulet of the Devout?
Yes.
Is
It
like
can only be
religious?
Yes, it can only be attuned by cleric or paladin. So it'd be for Nyack. This amulet bears the symbol of the deity inlaid with precious stones and metals. While you wear this holy symbol, you gain a +1 to spell attack rolls and the saving throw DCs of your spells.
Holy
Yeah, he
shit.
needs that.
No, he needs that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he needs that.
While you wear this amulet, you can use your channel divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses. Once this property is used, you can't be used again until the next day.
Alright,
Y-
well, we're gonna
that's-
have to somebody write that down, I guess, or we'll go over it again.
It's
And,
yeah.
when we see it.
I have the names written down. We'll go over it when we see them again. Never.
Can he probably chance with the identify spell, like identify how much things are worth, like the rings that I got? Like, would I have a rough idea of how much gold that they're worth, or would I just have to get them appraised by like a jeweler?
You'd have to talk to somebody about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing, but it's really dependent on the buyer. I feel like.
No, yeah, that's why that's some mechanics because we haven't gone through it, so which is fine because I mean, we're in Shar and we can find whatever we need pretty much.
Okay, it is still. I have the orb. I think I have the. It's like orb of time or something of time. What time is it?
Currently, after doing all that, it's about 2:30 in the morning.
I do have one other thing. There is another orb that I found, like this green orb. I haven't looked into it yet. I don't know if it's like the same location of the one that the other one has, or what. It looks exactly the same though.
DM started smirking, so I got a concern, but I'll check it out if you'd like.
Mm, well,
Let's do
mm,
it. Come on, might as well. I'm fucking
yeah, fuck
tired.
it.
I'm exhausted. Let's do it. Okay, let's see. This one looks weird. And
So
spell.
we're looking into the orb. Is that what's going on?
I'm
Roll a
identifying it.
wisdom saving throw.
Son of a fucking
Yeah,
cunt.
great. Yeah, great. Okay. So we both look, because I was gonna definitely look as well.
Yep.
I'm just sitting over there still playing with my
I got a
harmonica.
7. I rolled a 7.
Wisdom save. That is an 11.
Oof. Okay, so as you peer into this, you see it is not a throne room as you saw in the other orb. This is it's outside and it's dark. It looks like some type of bog or swamp, maybe. On the edge of it, you see this hut. It's a wooden hut. And as it kind of goes into the image and you kind of focus, I need both of you to roll perception checks for me.
Oh, okay. Much better at that. Ooh, I rolled high too. 24.
16.
Okay. Corwin, you'll both see this, but Corwin, you see particularly there is a woman that is like outside of the hut, and she's kind of like walking around watering dead plants and stuff. That doesn't make any sense. She is old and
Does she look like
decrepit.
she's in a trance?
She has a hood over her head. She has a staff in her hand, and she has long, stringy hair, a big bulbous nose. She's very hunched over, looks like an old woman type
Look like a
character.
hag?
Yes.
Okay.
She looking like a
Yeah,
hag.
I don't. Well, okay, would Corlin know anything about that? Like, cause that's kind of a fey creature. Would I have an idea of what a hag is?
Yes. Yeah, you know that the daughters are all hags.
Okay.
From your Acorn, you would recognize this from your history and reading the notes and seeing and knowing everything
She's
that's
not
going
looking
on
in
and
it
your
though.
perfect memory. This definitely from there. It's just I'm expecting that you are telling her what's in it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
get you.
She would know that this is probably Sora Terraza.
Terrazzo.
Yes,
Okay,
and
so
I
we got one that's linked to Marina, and then one that's linked to Marina, Emily, and the one that's linked to Terrazzo. So two of the three sisters.
mhm. And
Great.
you'll both take 13 points of psychic damage.
Son
Of
of a
course we
fuck.
do. Well, good thing that we're about to go to sleep.
Yeah, fuck. Okay. What the fuck, Corlin? That's one.
Hey, well, honestly, look, I told you that it might be dangerous, and
You
you
did
know that
not
from the
even
last
warn
one.
me.
Well, the last one was dangerous. I assume that you assumed that as well.
I just did 2 other ones and they were perfectly fine. This one was green and it fucking hurt.
Look, the last one was green too. Look, the green ones are bad, and it looks like it's another fucking hag. That's bad news. That's bad news, bears. Real bad.
What is a bad news? Whatever.
A-
I'm
As
fucking tired.
as y'all go to pull away from it, pull away from the image, you hear a voice in your head, and it says, "Oh, I see you've located
Get the fuck out of my head.
my orb. I can't wait to see
Shut up. Shut up.
what
If I don't hear
you
you, I don't hear you.
do." And that's all it says.
Yeah, of course it does. Well, great. Now they fucking know where we are.
Yeah, let's definitely toss that into the fucking bag.
I tell you
So-
what, let's keep this between the three of us. You know, everyone else doesn't need to know. No need to panic. You know, anyone they're sleeping. Okay, just only us need to really worry about this. Okay, Acorn, you tell nobody. All right.
You're
Yeah.
asking her to keep secrets now?
I'm asking her to withhold the information from now until it becomes relevant.
All of this is relevant. Whatever. I'm fucking exhausted and we have to still fucking I would like to still go talk to the whatever what was his name? The one that's kept at the warehouse?
Zayrun.
Zayrun. Still wanna
Well, we still
He-
got. You can do that in the morning because they said that they were gonna hold him for 24 hours.
yeah. So after we sleep and whatnot, I'd like to go check that out.
All right. So I guess we go to bed.
Yes, get the fuck out of my room, thank you. No offense, but you just brought a lot of fucking pain with you, and I'd like you to
Were we
take
all
that
in your
somewhere
room?
else.
I thought we were downstairs. Okay. I
No,
guess we are all in your room.
We're in the room, but I didn't move my character.
Okay, so everybody goes to bed. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I gotta roll my hit dice to heal.
Well,
Actually,
you're
I don't know,
taking
if
a
we'll-
long. You're taking a long rest.
It doesn't matter, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone goes to sleep. Everyone gets a long rest, can reset all of their spell slots and reset their health.
So, Monster Jesse, there's a button at the top right of the character sheet that says short rest, long rest. So whenever we
Oh,
have
yeah.
those, we can click that and then click the take long rest and confirm button, and it'll replenish your sheet for you. You don't have to unclick everything.
Except for me, because I'm old school and I write everything down.
It's because your computer can handle it.
Well,
You
honestly, I
long
just
rest.
don't use it.
You click long rest, your computer takes a
handle it.
long rest.
Side note: the snowflakes
Getting
are getting
computer.
bigger. I'm watching it out my window, and the snowflakes are definitely getting bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually
it's actually a
I
storm
can't even see
now.
grass anymore.
It's a Texas blizzard.
It's not
Mike
real.
Hawk is pretty big too.
Mike Hawk?
It's not real.
Yeah, you'll see him eventually.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I got a bottle of wine when my guest gave me a whole bottle of wine the other day. Drink that.
Guest. Oh yeah, we're supposed to hang
one of
out
the
today,
regulars
Keith.
came in. We got Boogle Merlot. That's like I think it's like a $35 regular bottle of wine if you just buy it from Cost.
Nice.
Fancy.
Okay, so night comes. No dreams this evening. Acorn does still wake up with another gift, another mushroom. And as everyone's coming to consciousness, there is a loud knock on the front door. I don't know if anyone's early riser would be down there, but there's a loud knock, and Thel goes to answer the door. As he opens it up, it's going to be Patricia, which was the helper for Quanti d'Orion. And she has brought with her an adventurer.
Quantum d'Orient, that's the people that wanted us to go
What
check
time
out
is it right
those trains, right?
Yeah, it's like 10 a.m. now.
No, I guess I'd be up at 10. I'm definitely not an early riser.
Am I correct or no?
Yes, Quanti d'Orion. Yes, he's the one that gave you the missions to look at the derailment sites. Patricia and Mike come in.
Alright, I guess I come downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down for breakfast type things.
As he opens the door, Patricia comes in and she goes, "Oh, good. I was hoping that I was here earlier enough to find you all. I spoke to Saidan Boromar and he told me that you guys would be here. I hope that's okay. I brought along someone that finally reported back to us. If you recall, when you spoke to Kawanti, that he had been sending out adventuring parties into the wild in order to figure out what was going on at these sites, and none of them had returned. Well, my friend here, he returned yesterday to us and said that the rest of his party had been unfortunately slain, and he needed a new group to travel with. So we offered the next group that was going to be sent out was you guys. And so I said, well, maybe we could introduce him and maybe he'd be willing to go with them since he knows a little bit of the ropes around the forest in the area, and he might be able to assist in your adventure going out to these caves. I would like you to meet my companion here, Mike Hawk. And as you look over, you're going to see this huge minotaur. He looks a little bit druidic, like he spent a long time in nature, and oops, wrong button. There we go.
That's
So
that.
he is a Tauren. He has a huge battle axe across his chest. He has his huge horns that curl out, and he's wearing very minimal armor, and he's huffing through his nose. And he says, and now you can introduce yourself.
Hi.
How-
Hello.
How tall are you?
Like good 8 feet tall.
So, Patricia, you said that you just come along to, just give us a random person that we do not know.
It was just an introduction. I thought maybe he could be of assistance to you guys. I also want to let you know that the transportation that we said that we provide has been dropped off at the Boromar Estate. There is a cart with 2 ox pulling it.
Now, is he supposed to be with us, like, temporarily? Are we just, like, is this, like, a little sightseeing thing? Are we, like, is this, like, an internship? Like, what's the plan?
It is however he sees fit. If he wishes, maybe he doesn't like you guys and wants to leave, and that's totally on him.
Oh,
If he does, and then
okay.
y'all choose to keep him around, he can stay.
Let-
But
Ship.
So
I
this is
just
like a
wanted to
little
make the
trial by there. You
introduction.
just come to introduce us, random person. Okay. Hello.
What happened to
My name
your
is
other?
Corlin.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
a pleasure to meet you.
I'm Ardrin. Just a few questions. What happened
No.
to your group? Okay.
I'm not open to questions.
And who the fuck are you? Like, you're gonna have to answer a couple things. This is going to happen.
Okay, a few questions.
What happened to your group? Your friends? Your acquaintances?
Yeah. How can we fucking trust you? Like,
Yeah,
this
did
is
you
what I'm
murder
trying to
them
find out.
yourself? Is what I'm trying to say without saying it.
Like, is there
Uh,
blood? Does he have like lots of blood on his axe? Is he like? Was there a trail? Like,
Make a
anything to remember?
perception check.
Oh, definitely.
Pretty sure I'm hearing someone get
17.
murdered outside.
13,
17.
17. Okay, so yeah, looking at him, his armor appears to be clean, and his axe currently is void of any blood.
No, so he takes good care of himself. He hides the evidence. Well done. Okay. Sorry, honestly, Arjun, I'll let you question him, and that's Acorn over there. You can talk as well.
Yes, that's Acorn or SM396. She's a bit new to the world, so she might be a child at heart, but
But she'll kill you. Be careful.
yeah, she'll murder. I don't know if she'll murder
Very
you,
fearsome.
but she
Crazy
might put
fearsome.
a
She's
few nicks
intimidating.
in
Very
your
intimidating.
skin. Yeah. So what happened to your group?
is the story still the same, Jamie, or is it?
hmm
So, okay. The dragons murdered my entire family.
Fucking dragon.
That's what happened.
Is that the same?
And the adventuring group that you went out with was killed by creatures of you don't know what origin they were, but there was a bunch of creatures that randomly popped up and murdered your adventuring party.
Okay.
So
Were
the,
they
the dragon thing
dragons?
is your background still.
It,
The dragon is your
Oh.
your
What
parents
color
and your
dragons? How
childhood.
many dragons?
just one. It was a red dragon.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, where was that?
Was that recent? So so
Uh,
that would
ca-
so
uh,
referring to your background, that's in
it's
your
hard to remember
past.
all that.
Yeah. So the dragons were in your background for your past, for your parent, for your family, and
Yeah.
then your adventuring group was murdered by random creatures that you don't know.
Okay.
This is what I think the scenario is.
It's very cold. It is currently coming into winter outside, so a lot of these creatures seem to have ice powers, which they pick up on.
All right. Well, honestly, we're missing someone that looks like you. I mean, I don't believe we have like a frontliner, so to speak. So this could work.
Well, first off, maybe he should show us what he can do. What can you do?
Uh, is that on my character? Or
You could make it up. You could
You
literally
just
do
role play.
anything. Yeah, you could be like, this is what I could do, and you could chop a table in half or something with your axe or
Or
whatever.
attempt.
Yeah, or attempt.
okay,
Something
let's
to
do
show
that.
off your strength.
Okay, I smack a table straight in half with the axe. Straight overhead sledgehammer.
Yeah, look at that, Argenisha, destroying your aunt's furniture. Are you
Go
gonna take that?
ahead and roll to hit. So you'll go to your great dragon sword, and it says +8 right there, and you can click that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he
24.
hit the fucking table.
Yeah.
I
So
smacked
this is one of the tables that was repaired after the last ambush, and he goes to hit it, and it just like, right where the glue joint was, it just breaks in half again. And you see Thel go, "God damn it, we just repaired that one."
Definitely Ardren's fault. Okay, I'm just pointing out. I'm doing like this thing.
That's totally fine. It's a table. We can buy a new one. Stop gluing this up, Thel. We could just buy a new one.
With what money?
With
Sticks.
what
Yeah, you hear
money?
Ilsa from the corner saying, "Are you gonna buy it for me?"
I already paid you a lot of money, Aunt. You can replace a table for like a copper.
Do you have mending?
Do I have mending? No.
Yeah. Okay. Worth a shot. Yeah. Okay. He looks good to me. We'll test him on the. I guess while we walk around town. Okay. Back to like here. Just come over here and talk with us for a little while. What do we need to get done today? Like this is basically a day off for us, is it not?
It is not a day off. We have a time frame to go
Well,
talk to
yeah, but
this.
like that's until we have to go and like do the Skyrail thing, correct? I mean,
Yes, you have 48 hours before you need to leave the city. You
okay,
have
so
about
Arjun,
11 hours till you need, like, till Halak is gonna tell Sadon about Zabrun.
So I want to talk to Zayrun, and then I would like to talk to my father before we head out of the city.
and you need to use your artificing powers as well. Like you need to like figure out what you're gonna do with that. If you need some time, do that too.
Yes, when we go to my parents, I will stop by my lab, and
Um,
we can see what goes on there, and I'll see what I
I
can
guess we
do.
can, I would like to try to sell whatever we're not using. I want to buy some more bolts. So we need to go to like a store as well eventually. Need to go shopping. And other than that, I mean, what does anyone need to go to the library or anything like that?
I think Bell.
Belkyra and I still have our books. Yes.
Okay, well then you guys definitely need to turn that shit in.
Unicorn
Wow,
doesn't understand why she has to give her book back.
It's a time limit thing. Did you buy it? Do you own it?
I never really understood it either, Acorn. It's okay.
It's unless you buy it, you don't own it. It's more like a borrow. Okay, never mind. They just want it back.
So,
I'm
You
uh,
can rent it again. That's how it works.
what did you say your name was, Big Minotaur Man?
Mike.
I think
Mike.
my hawk,
Yeah,
something like
Mike.
that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir.
That's
Oh,
what
look
the
at that. That's fancy.
I'm
yeah
respectful. Yeah,
You're a respectful,
yeah
giant,
because I'm the
murdering
respectful one.
Minotaur.
exactly.
I can go with that. That's cool.
Perfect.
Is there anything that you need to do? Is there
Uh,
anybody you need to tell or talk to? I don't really know.
nope. Just need to kill some dragons, and that's about it. Every dragon I see.
Well, I'll
Straight.
tell you this, dragons, like that is a little over our pay level right now. Okay, unless we're getting a good contract, we're probably going to avoid dragon currently.
That's fine.
But we
Just know you feel
can.
safe.
Yeah, I mean, if a dragon tries to swoop it down and eat me, I just really
Then,
hope
then
that.
by all means, you
Oh
can
yeah.
go running that direction, and I will go running the other direction.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Um, you know what? Let me take some time, well, this morning, and take a look at what I can make. Let me see what I have. Oh, yeah,
Is
my.
there an inventory section? Is that what you're looking like
Uh,
in your character sheet?
yeah, under equipment. That's action, spells, equipment.
Gotcha.
So there you'll be able to add additional things where you click manage equipment, add
Oh,
items,
so that's how you
and
know you had all that stuff. Gotcha. Okay.
yeah, or pen and paper. Which
Mm-hmm.
What do
Or
you
you
use?
just write it
Pen and
down.
paper?
I put it in pen and paper, then throw it into D&D Beyond afterwards.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a notepad, and I just try to keep track of everything, and then like
Okay.
once I know someone has it, I just erase it.
Okay.
Yeah, we usually only
Cool.
want the person who has it
That's
to.
good to remember. They have it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Uh, infusions. I already have 2
Um,
infusions.
As I look at him, do I think of anything magical on him? Does like his big old fucking dragon slayer look magical to me?
Yes, his battle axe definitely is well ornamented, and yeah, it looks powerful.
What is he wearing? Is he wearing like? Is he just basically all like bare chested type thing, or is he at a
Yeah, he's got like leather straps over him, and then he's
typical
got like
barbarian look?
yeah.
What color is the Minotaur?
Where are you from? What area did you say you came from?
Oh god, I don't remember the name.
He's
Roll a history check.
Well, Jamie, where would the Minotaurs be from in Eberron?
he is from the woods outside of Sharn, so he's from Breolin. He lived in the woods. He
Would
is
any of us know that area?
not very well. No, none of you are from that area. You and Acorn are both from the Elden Reaches, which is a different forest.
Okay.
And then
Breland, right, Jamie?
yes, Breolin.
Gotcha. I'm gonna start writing this down
Alright.
so I remember. So when they ask me,
Yeah,
'cause-
that's how it starts. You start.
There's
Okay, this and
'cause
that.
I know nothing when you guys are asking me something.
yeah,
so
and
Look,
Breolin.
honestly,
I-
just
it's
wait
hard
until
to
you meet
remember.
Velkyra, okay? Just wait.
Yeah.
If you think we're bad.
Yeah,
There's
if you think
two-
we're asking questions, she'll ask
Uh-huh.
interesting questions.
Yeah,
There's
you'll have
two
fun.
sets of woods in
What you mean?
Breolin that you'd know really well. The first one is called the King's Wood, which is pretty simple. The second one is called the Dragon Wood.
That makes sense as well.
So
And the other one is called
Alright, well, honestly, I'm getting bored, so I just mage hand my pipe out and start smoking.
okay, roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh. 3.
You are stoned.
I'm doing great. Just great.
So-
I put my feet up, just kind of chilling. I blow out dragons to smoke.
Oh,
hmm
uh-oh.
Oh,
So Mike, you see some dragons coming out in smoke from Corwin's pipe that he's smoking out of.
Like miniature dragons, just swirling in the air now.
I get like an angry look. I
Oh,
kind of
you
like
do not like
stir a
them?
little bit.
Then I blow butterflies at them.
That's better. That's better.
So he blows out the dragons,
So you
and then
like-
he sees the look. He sees like a little bit of red coming over Mike's eyes, and then he quickly kind of waves his hand in the air a little bit, and then it dissipates into butterflies.
Oh, I was gonna do like the next like smoke ring at them and butterflies. Yeah.
So, Corlin, I can only currently infuse a weapon or armor at the moment. I've tried looking
how
over.
many times?
I can only do up to 2 items at once, and currently I have one of my items enchanted from our last fight, and as well as Acorn's bow. So I can disenchant
Well,
mine.
Well,
But-
honestly, I don't. I think Acorn's bow was already magical, and then you just kind of put an enchantment on top of her bow. So,
Right, right.
like, I
Plus
would say
2.
honestly, I would buff your armor. Wouldn't that be like good for you to have another +1?
I have 17 right now.
Oh, sorry, that's meta.
My armor's
But yeah,
pretty.
but I get what you say. You feel confident right now.
I feel confident in my armor.
Yeah, he has a cloak of protection. That gives him a +1.
Mhm. Well, okay. I mean, well, if you want to leave it on Acorn, I'm okay with that as well, because like her doing good is us doing good.
I can also. I have some.
Out of
Hold on.
character, can't you make like your own bag of holding right now, or like because there's a bunch of stuff that you could start making at level 2. That's why I was saying like maybe you should do something while you had some time. Like, because like you have a day to do something, and I don't want you to waste free time because we don't normally get time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I could make. I'm pretty sure I can make a bag of holding, but I'm looking at the list that's provided to me. But I know it's in the Eberron book itself.
Let's see, yeah. So you can make a
Yeah,
alchemist jug. You can make a armband, a bag of holding,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cape
yeah.
of water breathing, goggles of night,
rope of climbing, sending
prosthetic
stones.
limb, yeah, a rope of climbing, sending stones, a wand of magical detection, which would be really good, and then
Wand
a
of
wand of
Secrets.
secrets. And that's all that you can make until 6th level.
Yeah.
I could make one of those items, and that's an infusion. So I would only be able to have this item, and another thing on top of that.
All right. Well, I was just like giving you the option honestly because we rarely get time that we have to
So
do
wait,
things.
but question, Acorn, your quiver, your bow, is that by magical? Do you have to load it every single time or no?
Yes.
You do. So I have the ability to make it a +1, and also there's no loading properly, so you don't have to load ammunition. I don't know if we even do that in this campaign
Yeah.
either way.
It's automatic. She has to count her arrows though.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so this would be magic
the loading
ammunition
thing-
to say. So it'll be magic ammunition that you don't have to use arrows. That'll become a magical arrow.
Wait,
That's
what?
interesting.
So it's
For
like an
repeating
arcane
shot?
archer.
Repeating shot, yes.
I don't get it.
What?
Yeah, it says this magic weapon grants a +1 to attack and damage rolls, and it ignores the loading property. If you load no ammunition in this weapon, it produces its own, automatically creating one piece of magic ammunition when you make a ranged attack with it. The ammunition
Mhm.
created by the weapon vanishes the instant after it hits or misses a target.
The loading property is only on crossbows. So like hand crossbows, heavy crossbows, things like that.
Right, but if she's
That's
loading and putting it in her bow to
yeah. That just means that the loading part doesn't obtain to her, but the other parts do.
right, so
like,
like the magical arrow would appear
hmm
when she shot it.
But
If she
I
like
wouldn't
had
have to
none, she wouldn't have
count
to
my
use-
arrows anymore.
Right, but you would have to count it, like if I decide to pull the infusion out
Yeah.
and use it on something else. So
yeah,
I
no,
could
that'd
do
be
that.
handy. I mean,
I could remove the infusion I have on your bow now, that makes it a +2, and put this for your, I guess your arrows per se, which is a +1 bonus attack and damage rolls, which is basically what you have now, but instead you get magic arrows and you don't have to load them. You don't have to waste
Magic
arrows.
arrows.
Yeah.
She seems very excited by the idea of magic arrows.
What color is your
it's kind of.
face?
It sounds like an arcane shot type thing. You know, archon shot.
Right. So would you like me to do that for you, Acorn? It's the first time I'm trying it out, so hit or miss on it working as expected.
I hand over my longbow. Yes, please.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody want anything? If not, I'm gonna keep it for myself, of course, because it's mine. But I'm trying to be more open.
I mean, that'd be useful for my hand crossbow too.
No,
but,
shut
like,
the
I don't
fuck
use
up.
my
I'm
hand
good.
crossbow, so honestly.
Call it that you're putting on there?
What?
So I can take note. What's it called of what you're putting on there?
Repeating shot.
Heating shot.
Yeah. It's an artificer infusion. And Corlin, I'm just messing.
No, I don't need
If
it.
you
though.
really
I
want
try
it.
not to use my hand crossbows. That's like I honestly don't use my crossbows too much. I only use it if I have no other option.
Okay.
But I do need to go buy some more bolts though, because I'm like down to like 10 of them. So we need to go to the store eventually.
Understood.
Unless
Hey,
Acorn, do you have bolts on you instead of arrows?
I think she only has arrows.
Start
She doesn't have a
digging through my
crossbow.
bag.
Anyways, we're gonna have to go to the store eventually, I believe, because I would like to sell some items too.
right. So, Mike, would you like a drink?
Sure.
Hey, well, don't we pull out? Don't we all have wine on us?
You guys did steal that expensive wine. that
You've
I
been-
did.
Yeah, all of
You've
us
all
have-
been
should have a
presented
bottle.
a nice breakfast by Ilsa, and drinks as well from the bar.
But I'll hold on to my wine.
And Patricia's over talking to Elsa right now. It looks like they know each other pretty well. So.
So, what would you like to drink, Mike? Would you like water? Would you like some ale? Some wine?
I'll take some water. Take some water.
You want some milk?
No, water, please.
No, you sure,
Some
Mister
milky water.
No milk,
Cowman?
yeah.
No,
No,
milk. Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't suckle
just-
at the teat?
You want some watered down milk, is what I heard.
yes.
Water?
Please. Yes,
Some
water,
water.
please. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And can you have someone bring out just a fucking pitcher of water?
Sure thing.
He's huge. I don't know how much he drinks.
What is
You
this, like a trough? Like, what the fuck?
Yes, we can excuse him to the trough outside where we parked our
I don't know
dinosaurs.
if that's racist or not. I don't know.
Racist? Whoa.
Yeah, are you like, just because he's a Minotaur, are you thinking that he need? Okay, never mind.
I
I'm
definitely
going to
think he
continue.
likes milk. Yes, that is definitely the first thing that comes to mind.
So you're stereotyping. Gotcha.
Yes, that is correct.
All right, no, it's as long as you admit it. That's all I care.
I guess I really don't know. I've never met a Minotaur before. He's fucking 8 feet tall, and I'm like 3.
And he asked for water.
And
At
he
this
asked for
point,
water.
Anyways, we get you your water.
one of the mime characters who doesn't talk, who has this like creepy looking white mask with the red eyes over it, comes up to you, offers you a huge tankard of water, just regular clean water,
Perfect.
and he bows to you and backs off. And bows in a flourish,
How
in a very bardic way.
I watch to see how he drinks it. If he like swallows it all in like one gulp, or like he takes his time with
Drinks
it.
it like a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink half and then pour the rest like over my head.
Is there just water
I whip
just
my
everywhere
hair
on the
back
ground?
and forth.
Just everywhere. Yeah, I'm just drenched.
I use
do you want?
Presto
you-
to clean up the fucking water.
Did you need a
Like, you
shower?
don't need to be making faces.
Because we have baths.
This is
we
a
have
public
baths.
establishment.
And Thel's over there cleaning up the pieces of the table that you destroyed, and he goes, "What the fuck?"
I take care of water. I can help with that, honestly.
And Thalia goes over and she does to destroy water, and it all evaporates up into the sky.
She accidentally catches Mike and he dies. Kidding.
All right,
So where do y'all want to go first?
Shopping. We need to sell items, and I need to buy some bolts. So I guess like a general store or like a pawn shop, quote unquote.
We can go to the Mystics if you'd like.
I honestly
There's
like
also that,
I'm uncertain. Is there
the
is there a place
bazaar.
that, like we could go back to where we were that had like all the little knickknacks, or we can go to a different location. I know that there's like a apothecary that we never went to.
Yeah, we could do that. I definitely want to stop by that warehouse, so maybe it's on the way, maybe it's not.
I ask Thel. I feel like Thel would know.
Well, I think that the warehouse is going to be like an all-day ordeal. You know, I think that we should probably get this out of the way.
Yeah,
I think
the
that we should turn in the
the-
Yes, but the
bolts.
location is what I'm asking for. So if we can stop by on the way out or back or whatever, we know where it is. Instead of saying, let's go to the warehouse and we have no fucking idea where this warehouse is.
Okay,
We
the
just came from-
bazaar is in Middle Dura, which is one level above where the Broken Amplet Inn is, so it's pretty close. The warehouse that y'all are supposed to go to is in the same level of Dura, just like down the street from you, as well as the safe house for the Bormars.
So
The
we're on the same level as the warehouse right now. So I'm just saying.
correct, yes.
Okay. So it would be
The-
closer to there.
Yeah, but the bazaar is only one level above you, so it's not very far either. The apothecary is on the upper level.
No. Okay.
That's
We definitely
further
don't need to
up.
go
That's-
there just yet.
That one's a little further away.
And honestly, if it's that high up, it's going to be expensive. Everything up there is fucking expensive.
Well, maybe you, Acorn, and the group can go while I spend some time with Palatella trying to see if I can mimic this machine that she's worked on. Maybe this airship cart thing that she's worked on. I know that Quantin provided
Well,
us
if you get something up and running, I can definitely drive it. So
Yes. So let me see what I can do there. I would like to do that. Mike, would you like to join me? I can use a bodyguard such as yourself.
yeah, little man always needs someone around him. Honestly. A lot of people come after him.
Waiting for
No
Mike
fucking
to
reason.
respond.
Sorry. What was that? I was that's something. Sorry.
Masturbating. Got it.
No. I ordered skip and literally didn't get any of my food, so that's
Oh.
cool.
I want to go with my friend who provided this airship to pick us up at the end of the last session to see if I can mimic her creation, and I asked you to be my bodyguard and come with me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then I guess me and Acorn are gonna go shopping or sell stuff.
You, Acorn, maybe Belle. Belle loves shopping, and
Well, just gonna. I guess we'll just leave everyone here that's not actually on right now.
yeah, but we're gonna pretend that they're coming with us or something to that extent.
Sure. Yeah, I guess.
Because if we leave them here, they're not gonna know where to go, especially if we don't come back here.
Well, we have a sending stone. We can talk to each other. But yeah, you're right.
Who has the sending stone? I do. I think Belle
Belkyra
does, and you.
me. Yeah.
So
It could be the 3 different locations.
well, yeah. I mean that could work. Okay, if that's how you want to do it. All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so
Um,
first, you and Mike are gonna go to Palatella.
We're gonna go to Palatella, and we're gonna bring fire with us.
Okay.
Before you go, is there anything that you want me to sell for you, Arjun? Like anything in your inventory that you do not need?
Yeah, sell those fucking green orbs.
No, I can't sell those. We bring those to Jerez.
Right, right.
Your dad told us that. Do you not listen?
I try not to.
That's a very bad problem. You should definitely fix that, honestly.
It feels personal. I'll probably get over it. Don't worry. Set of daggers, rapier, finesse blade. You can sell these, and I just give it to him.
Okay, so 2 daggers and a rapier.
Yeah. Let me check my equipment. I think we really should check out this contaminated Fey dust as well, and maybe one of us should try it.
Well,
At some point,
we will
not
talk
now.
about that as a group.
We'll lock
Well,
it
we
in.
have-
We'll lock someone in a
We
room
learned
and
about a
watch
lot
them.
of information on that, and I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure I have all of it. So
Yes, you're the one who read it, and I think Belle did as well.
all right, but yeah, nothing else that you want to sell or get rid of. You good?
I don't think I have anything else besides the clothes on my back, and well, I do have a bunch of other things.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk later then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else that I'm willing to give up.
No, I get you.
Okay, so the party splits, and Ardrin and Mike Hawk are going to go to the Kenneth factory.
What kind of? Hold on, Acorn. What kind of? Oh, she's gone.
No, I'm still here. I'm just
Oh,
closing
what
my
ki-
blinds since
what
the
is-
sun's down.
What is your? Is it a longbow you're using?
Yep.
Okay. Apparently, I can create the infusion in D&D Beyond, which is awesome. So now I don't really have to keep total track of it. Which is awesome. I can also do returning weapon. So like if someone throws a weapon, it can come right back to them. Kind of like Kratos, God of War, or
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah. So maybe my cock will want that. I throw my cock and then pull it right back.
Palia with her dagger.
No. I want her to lose that
Yeah.
dagger. She needs better daggers. She needs to
He
know
has his fucking staff
responsibility.
now.
Okay.
Okay, so as you leave the Broken Anvil Inn, you go on the walk down the street to the Kenneth factory. As you walk up to the factory, again, it's like a big steampunk factory. You see these brass tubes coming out the back with the smoke billowing out of them, all the stacks. You see in front of it, it's got like all these gold and bronze different ornaments attached to the building. Very, very mechanical steampunk type factory. As you walk up to the door that you've gone to multiple times before, was the entrance to the workshop. You knock on the door, and Palatella comes to answer and lets you in, Ardrin. And she's like, "Oh, Ardrin, it's so good to see you."
Hal, it's been a good 8 hours.
Yeah, that was an interesting night last night.
Did they ever
Weird ass sky temple, right?
Yeah, did they ever find that body, by the way? One that fell?
I'm pretty sure it fell towards the water
Oh,
from the direction
okay.
we were in, the location, so I don't think it's going to be located anytime soon.
Okay, well, I definitely feel like if you have the opportunity or for us to go collect it and maybe investigate it,
because it didn't seem of this world.
That's a mighty undertaking, but if, yeah, I could probably.
I mean, you have the ship, right? The ship that I came here to talk to you about, actually. I wanted to see if maybe I can work with you in recreating it. I remember I asked you for the blueprints, but I don't know if I don't know how long that would take. I don't know how long it took you. But we're gonna leave Sharn soon, and well, with a device like that, that would be extremely beneficial for travel.
She kind of like a little bit distracted as she sees Mike walk in behind you and goes, "Who? Is this?"
Oh, that's my new bodyguard, and well, you know Fire, my dinosaur.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. You're very tall. Are you a member of the Clawfoots? Is he part of your family's guard or?
He is not. I think he's an adventurer that apparently he might have some brain damage. He encountered some creatures. They killed his whole group, and now he's with us. And he's just like he's super polite though. So like, be nice.
Okay. Right. So the ship, yes, the ship. Are
I
you wanting
doubt he'll
to?
follow along in this conversation, by the way. So you can say whatever you want.
Were you wanting to build one or just know how it works?
Both?
Building one would take some time, probably 3 to 6 months to do. Assuming you have all the materials and everything necessary. To figure out the schematic, I can show it to you, or offer you a copy.
I will take a copy of that, definitely.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't have 3 to 6 months to work on this if I'm leaving in, oh, let's say 2 days.
Well, we also have some for sale if you'd like one, but they're about 25,000 gold.
25,000 gold. And there's no, like, layaway options or, like, loans or anything like that available.
No. Nope.
How
The
about
boss
stealing?
didn't like that
Is
very much.
stealing part of it, Any chance you could leave the keys somewhere?
She kind of like looks around, making sure there's no one else in the room with you guys. She's like, wait, no, I wouldn't. No, they all have unique identification. I don't think that is a very good idea.
Obviously, I'm joking, pal. You know that, right?
I certainly hope so.
You've
Uh,
changed.
Well, when it has to do with my line of work, it's a little bit different than, pickpocketing someone on the street or something.
I haven't done that either. Barson, maybe. That's a different story, though.
So she walks back and goes through. She has like a big file cabinet that she has like all of her schematics rolled up in and stuff. And she goes back and picks out one of them. It's kind of like a poster. It's all rolled around with a purple ribbon around it that has the symbol of House Cannith. And she says, "Keep this very close to you. I don't want anyone else stealing our ideas, but I do trust you more than anybody else. So I will give this to you and allow you to have access to some of our knowledge that we've been learning over the past year or two."
I will definitely keep it in my possession with the most sacred of honor, pal. You know I'd do anything for you.
I certainly hope so. I did a lot for you last night.
Yes, you did. And you saved our asses for sure. Or else we would have to go through some guy's closet. But long story. But thank you again for that. If there's anything that I could ever do for you, please just let me know. I'll do my best to make your dreams come true.
I might take you up on that sometime.
Okay. I want to look over the schematics and see how in depth they are, and like materials, etc. that I would need, or.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Investigation. That is a 24.
24. Looking over it, it makes sense to you. Most of the parts are things you can buy in town. It seems to be pretty straightforward build. The magic components involved are things that you've come across in your lab before. It's nothing extremely complicated. It would just take a long time to put together, especially with one person.
Maybe you can assist me in putting this together sometime. Maybe if I end up coming back to town, but if not, I would like to commission the work to create this, and I definitely will try to find the money while I'm out. And if I don't bring up the money for it, you can sell it to someone else.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work for me.
Okay, as long as something's happening there. I think that's all I needed. But I just want to say thank you again, pal. If I do not see you after this, it'll probably be a long while till I'm back in town.
Oh, you're leaving again. Okay. Yeah, I thought that would probably be coming. Well, take care, and we have the sending stones, so if you want to reach out to me sometime, you can. Other than that, good luck, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Oh yeah, by the way, he's a man of few words, or minotaur of few words, so if he doesn't speak, that's totally okay.
Uh,
Oh.
The big, brooding, quiet type. Yes, I've seen your kind before. And she shakes her finger at you. Says, you keep him safe.
I think he nodded. His horn got in the way. That I can't really tell from. Whatever. See ya, pal.
Okay. So we'll switch over now to Corlin and Acorn in the bazaar.
This whole thing is a mess, man. What is happening?
With your food?
Yeah, dude. Holy shit. So
No, but remember this person. We get like little knick-knack.
Yes, as you're walking up, you see Obsolete with his loose cart screw, or loose screw cart. Said that backwards.
yeah.
Hey, how have you been?
Oh man, I've been good. I've been everywhere and anywhere, and I picked up some stuff. And
Oh, really?
would you like to? Would you like to? Wait. And he looks over at Acorn, and do you have the doll with you?
Yeah, it's kind of like hooked on my belt.
And he goes, I remember that. That little. Yeah. Has she come
I
in
got his
handy for
pipe.
you?
No, wait, no, I didn't get the pipe from here. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I did. I also got the pipe from here. Use that all the time.
I think you got the
Yeah.
pipe from the Mystic. If I remember right.
Okay, you're right. You're right. The boots and the doll and
The rope of mending.
yeah, I got the rope of mending as well. Yeah, all right. But yeah, a long time no see. I'm glad to see that you're still doing well. Honestly,
Yeah.
these items we've actually made use of them.
That's great. I got some new stuff. You want to take a look? I got.
Sure,
And
let's see what you got.
he's got completely different stuff than what he had last time. This
Oh,
time he's
great.
got.
I didn't want to talk to this guy.
He holds out a few things, and he's like, these are grenades, but they don't explode. They're just like they're smoke grenades.
Oh,
I found him outside of a business on in the cogs, and they just seem like I don't know. I thought they might be useful, and
Seems
then they were
dangerous,
free,
honestly.
and so I brought them up. Some people like this stuff, right?
How many of those do you have?
He has 4 of them. They're
All right.
10 gold each.
How about I take care of those for you? Do you if I get all 4 of them, maybe discount.
I'll roll for persuasion.
Yes, first time I've ever rolled for persuasion. Let's see. 15. 11 plus 4.
Yeah. 35 gold is that doable for you?
Yeah, that works. Honestly, we can do it 35.
Okay.
What else do you have?
Well, let's see. I've got it's winter's coming up. I've got some snowshoes. I've got some pythons over here. I've got uh uh um let's see. I'm just looking through the list. Hold on. Let me
No,
find
you're
the
good.
gold.
You're good. I'm still taking off that gold.
You can go Adam's way for the random like items in the
You're
shop.
not here.
I'm
Yeah,
talking to the DM. You're not here.
he pulls out what looks like a blowgun. He said, "Oh, I got this cool little blowgun. It's like a 6-inch pipe, and then I have like all these blow darts that go with it.
Did those blow
Uh,
darts do anything? You know.
yeah, I pricked myself with one the other day, and it poisoned
Oh,
me.
that sounds unfortunate.
And so they've got poison on the ends. So he offers that for. He says, I can give you the blowpipe and all of these for 20 gold. There's like 10 darts, blow darts for that. Blowgun
Yeah.
needles.
I'll pass on that acorn. Does that look good to you?
Shake my head.
Yeah, no need for the blow darts. It looks
Okay, well,
useful though. You should use that to defend yourself.
oh, I will. That's a smart idea there, sir. Little wolf guy. I will keep that in mind.
Wolf guy. Do I look like wolf?
You have your ears.
I think only my eyes are like.
Oh yeah, and you're close enough. You
slightly-
can see your
Yeah.
eyes.
But yeah. Is that all that you have on you currently?
Yeah. I got this one bomb, but that's about it.
What is with you and bombs? Is this like a hobby that I should know about?
I just
I mean,
find stuff. Like I'm just a scavenger. I go
you
through the
find
town.
a lot of bombs. Like I don't know. Like I was teaching Acorn here, like how to look for the right type of things. I think that I need to teach you too. Shiny objects, like things that look like auras. You should be less dust. You really need to stay away.
Well, I mean, I've seen one in action. It's pretty cool. You can throw it up to 60 feet away, and the characters have to make a DC 12 Dexterity saving throw or take 3d6 fire damage. So, and he offers those for. He has 2 of them.
I
He offers
lost you.
The bombs, you have to make a Dexterity DC 12 saving throw, or they take 3d6 fire damage. He has 2 of them for sale, and he's saying like 10 gold apiece.
No, I don't need them. I would never use it, but I mean, Acorn might want it.
That's
I
all I
gotta
got.
start saving my gold. Do you buy items, or should I look for a different person for that? I don't know if you actually have the capital to actually take
Mm,
items.
I know most of what I get for free. I don't have.
I understand that. Well, hopefully the gold that I gave you helps you live a little longer. See you next time.
As he bows, you hear like the creak and like a screw falls off, and then he starts pulling his cart to go look for more stuff.
Yeah, Acorn, we should probably teach him how to look for shiny objects too.
Probably a good idea.
So
Just
as you
FYI, Megan said that she is home, but she is preparing herself a meal because she's fat and ugly.
Yeah, I saw that. The
beautiful.
fat and ugly part wasn't there. But
Nice. Yeah.
So the first person is Shek that you walk up to. He has components, and he has whistles, and he has like acid and things like that in front of him. Alchemical stuff.
Fantasy
Uh,
outfit?
What about bolts?
He doesn't have any bolts. For the other people in here, there's Pete. He's the one that sells arrows and supply packs and climbers kits and stuff like that. And then Del Rock sells. He sells like standard stuff like barrels and baskets and chests and chains. Um,
What about this the Finn dude? Does he sell weapons over there?
yeah, Phineas, he's the one that sells weapons, and he sells like block and tackle and blasting powder and stuff like that. So, and then Avery is the one that she sells all the components, magical components like incense and books and feather tokens and chalk.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to buy some incense too, just to have it. I have I have some incense on me, or like a 20 gold piece worth. But actually, I'll just go through that first. Um, I said I have a fancy hat and a folded cloak. I guess that's just stuff that I found along with the ice chisel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they weren't magical.
Okay, just hold on to them for now, just for different change of clothing. All right, Acorn, did you want to buy anything from this person, or I'm gonna go to the weapon person to try to sell items. Or well, actually, I'll talk to him. They Shrek, would you be interested in like a ring or two, perhaps?
Hi there, my friend. A ring, you say? Can I see the item?
Yeah, of course. And I present the two rings that we found along with the giant necklace. Well, I don't have the giant necklace. It's just what we found it with.
He holds up one of the rings. I will offer you 21 gold for this item. The other one it's chipped and it's not as useful to me, but this one I can offer you 21 gold for.
And you won't, the other item is not valuable at all. Like you can't even
I could throw in another 5 gold, 26 for both.
All right, that works for me. Deal.
Okay.
Hang on, let's see if I got anything else I can sell them real quick. I have an amazing bottle of wine. Would you be interested in a vintage wine?
Let me see it. And he looks at it and looks at the label. Where did you come by this? This is a very expensive
It was
bottle.
a gift, honestly. Like a patron of mine gave it to me. I don't know. I'm not a huge wine drinker, so I figured I'd see what it was worth.
This goes for on market price for about 50 gold a bottle.
So would you be interested?
Yes. You know what? I actually have a friend that I might be able to give this to. Sure. I'll give you standard. Actually, would you take 45 gold?
But this is like how often do you see this wine?
I mean, I've seen it in town, but you only can get it at the very rich places up at the top of the city. I do not go that
I should
far.
obviously be charging you more, just because you probably wouldn't find it too often. I mean, this is probably the first time that you've seen this bottle outside of that realm.
Roll for persuasion.
Ah, 14.
He says, I will give you market price of 50 gold. Otherwise, you can sell it elsewhere.
That sounds fine to me, and we'll go with that. So I sold 50. So that is 26, 50, 76.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and hopefully we see you again later.
Yes. It's a pleasure doing business.
Always. I'm going to North Acorn. Yes. Give me 1 second.
As you walk up, you see Phineas. He's got an eye patch over his eye, long white hair. He looks like an aged adventurer. He's kind of past his prime and has settled in, selling some of the things to younger adventurers that they might need. He's got a whole standard array of any type of weapon that you could want. None of them are magical, just standard array of weapons. And he sees you walk up and he says, "Ah, my patrons, how are you doing?"
Hello, sir. I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Is
I
there
was,
anything I can?
yes, yes, yes. I was interested in, well, actually, I had these items on me. I had a bulk of extra weapons. I wanted to know if you were interested in such things. I see you have an array. I see if you would like to add to your collection.
Of course, of course. Yes. I have a standard prices for such weapons. What do you have that you might like to sell today?
Well, I present these 4 daggers and 2 rapiers. I just spread them across the table.
Oh, okay, okay. And he sits there and inspects them all. See,
I
he
don't know if they're
off.
different. 2 of them, 2 daggers and 1 rapier technically came off of like from the warehouse, and 2 of them came from the hidden area.
The chest, yeah. They're all standard equipment. I will offer you 15 gold for each of the daggers. The rapiers, they are mighty fine quality, particularly this one. I'll offer you 30 gold for this one and half price for the other one. The other one has a bend in it. So
The bin, interesting. Okay. So how much is that total? So you said for 15 for 4, so that's what, 60?
yeah,
60 gold?
yeah, 60, and then he's offering 45 for the 2 rapiers. So in total, 105 gold.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you can do something with that. Maybe you can figure out a way to make it look better, that rapier.
I'm
But
sure they will find people that need them in the city. Everybody needs a little bit of defense around here, especially in these lower regions.
all right. I also have this metal pipe. Are you interested in just a standard metal pipe? Do you actually like melt anything by chance, or do you create your own weapons?
He kind of points behind him to Morgan's, which is like this building back here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a forgery back, or forge back there. He may be more willing to buy such an item, but
No,
I don't think he's.
understandable.
Yeah, I don't think he's in today currently.
Well, thank you for your information. Acorn, did you want anything by chance? Anything piqued your interest?
I'm gonna shake my head. I
Okay.
spent all my gold.
What'd you spend your gold on?
I bought the owl and the goggles.
That's right. How much gold do you have?
I still have enough, but I'm still trying to save up for like the glimmer weave.
Yeah,
She really wants that pretty cloak.
yeah. There's a bunch of items we all want. Yeah. All right, I understand that completely. All right, thank you, Finn. I appreciate your patience and helping us out.
Pleasure doing business. I'll see you next time.
Oh, one more thing. Do you sell bolts by chance?
Yes, I do. He turns around
How
and
much
kind
for
of
like just 20 bolts?
20 bolts. I will sell that to you for 5 gold.
All right, there you are.
He binds them up and there's like a twine that's wrapped around the 20 bolts, and he gives you the whole stack.
All right. Anything that you wanted to do, Acorn, before we head back?
Shake my head again.
All right. I don't think I need any components or anything, so. All right. Well, I guess we'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. Back to the inn.
Yeah. And what are those smoke bombs that I bought? Is that like a 20-foot radius of like just smoke, or like what exactly does that do?
Let me find him again. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, it says, as an action, a character can throw this up to 60 feet away. 1 round after a smoke grenade lands, it emits a cloud of smoke in a heavily obscures 20-foot radius.
Okay.
And it lasts for a round. Dispersed after 1 round.
Okay. So it's straight up like a ninja vanish type thing. You use it and then you run.
Yeah. Did Mike and Ardrin go back to the end after they spoke with Palatol?
Yes.
Okay. So y'all all come back to the end at approximately about the same time, since y'all are both like equidistance away. And walking up to the front door together to the end.
How did everything go?
We were able to get at least some of the information we needed around the airship, but it would take too long to actually work on and create before we leave in 2 days. Obviously, take a lot longer window, so I just commissioned her to work on one, and hopefully we could come up with the 20,000 gold it cost.
Okay. Yeah, that's really expensive, honestly.
Maybe we'll come across 25,000 gold in our.
Or material, maybe the material to help her go through it, because I'm sure a lot that is cost through there. I doubt
I
that
think
is all
it's more
labor.
the labor hours. I think the components are not too
Mhm.
difficult. The magical portions, stuff we've seen, so it's not the parts and the building. It's I guess the time to build it overall. Like I could
Yeah,
start
that
working
would
on
be a
it, but
group effort, though. That is like way outside our budget currently.
yeah. But
All right, well, yeah, that is a not the now time to do. Yes.
yes, now's not the time for that.
I will sold those weapons. Here's and I'll hand you 30 gold.
30 gold. Gotcha. Okay. I think our next step here was to go to the warehouse where where not mine, but where that guy is being held, the guy you know, Corlin, or know
No,
of
you
at
mean
least.
the Hedris knows.
Yes, you know of him. Harris knows him, right? Am I
Correct.
technically
Yes.
correct with that?
No,
All
you
right.
are exactly right.
Okay, maybe my cock will be intimidating and make him speak up more.
I'll
Well,
try.
I mean, we have nothing better to do, so. Acorn, did you have anything that you wanted to accomplish before we do this?
Right? Do you have any places to go? Any people to talk
Oh,
to?
your books. Did you ever turn in your books? Can we just say that you turned in your books?
Yeah, we can say, okay, so this is day one. For day two, I'm kind of going to let y'all do whatever so everybody can split off individually and take care of things like that they need to. So, yeah, Acorn and Belkyra would have an opportunity to run up there and turn in their books.
All right.
He's very scared of librarians, apparently.
This is what, the 25th of Sephiroth?
That's not
Who,
up to
me?
us.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't like debt, and that's what causes it.
Believe me, I know that feeling.
And Cortland's all about making money and not losing it, unless it's for a good reason.
So, yes, so the library books are due on the 26th, so you are good. Okay, so now we are going, this is the safe house, the Bormar safe house. It is on the second level in Precarious, and it's in a little spindly tower with a room attached to it. Ardrin, you were told by Halak how to get there, and you kind of know the area well enough from being raised in this type of situation that you have been here a couple times before, but not really like on business, just, had to pick up something for your dad or whatever. So,
Okay, I want my cock behind me.
I feel like it's cold here. Is it cold here?
it is. It has been snowing off and on, and it has been kind of like sleeting. It always has a little bit of a drizzle in Sharn, but it's definitely cold.
All right.
How's my cock looking?
Great, and then he just nods.
Okay. Sorry, it's been cold and wet. Just want to make sure my cock is looking okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, right now it looks
Little
really
shriveled.
shriveled up and cold.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a little
it's like
shriveled.
drooping down. Very
Yeah,
sad.
it looks like he has a huge weight on his shoulders. He's just like sagging over. Got it.
It really looks like he needs warmth. Really
Yeah.
badly. Like, look
Okay.
at that. He's like all bare naked, not wearing anything.
Yeah, that
Just
makes
let it
sense.
roll.
Yeah.
Acorn starts taking off the cloak he just gave her.
No. Keep that on. No, you don't want to lose that. You leave that
Look,
on.
I have a hat and a folded cloak if you need clothing. You know. It's actually, is it fancy? What does that cloak look like, Jamie? Is it
It's like a half
kind
cloak that goes down like half the back in the back, and it's just like a standard.
Oh my
dark
god, so would it
cloak.
just like hit his shoulder?
Yeah, it probably go down to like his midriff.
perfect? Yeah. Here, I got this, and I put the hat on him too. I don't even know what the hat looks like.
Yeah, he's got this little like fedora type hat on his head now, and a little cloak that is like tied in front
On me.
over
There you go.
his
You looks much
over
better.
his
you know?
over his big spiky like spaldered shoulder pieces.
I just
Help you
like
keep warm.
chuckle. Just like
You look extremely intimidating now, even more than before.
just nod.
Oh, it's Grin.
As you walk in, you see Gren and one of the fences are
And
here.
Number 2.
Yeah, from the warehouse attack. Grin says, I was expecting you sometime today. I thought you might want to talk to this person before speaking to your father.
Yeah.
And-
Arjun was very
I assume that's why you're
Well,
here.
That is why I'm here. Excuse me.
I'm just here to observe.
Also, we brought someone who's actually been attacked by these Fae creatures before, and maybe he will know something, or at
Maybe we'll
least-
relay some information.
Yeah.
I see. Well, he yells, Halak! And you hear, yeah, just a minute, from the other room. And so after a couple minutes of waiting, Halak makes his way up to you guys. Yes, our prisoner is downstairs in the holding cell. Sir Ardrin, is there anything that I can help you with?
Yeah, so just want to talk some more. Is there any information you gained from him while in captivity?
No, he has been pretty tight-lipped. He keeps saying, the only thing he keeps saying to us is that his pack is coming to retrieve him. I don't know by what means he knows this, but he does keep saying it.
Honestly, he could be right. So, be watchful.
Okay. By the way, you can introduce yourself, Minotaur Man.
To Halak.
Yeah, to Halak and Grin.
Okay, Arjun, so I can get in. Kind of like.
Well,
wait,
you might want to move out the way, Arjun, so he can walk through.
thank
I am a halfling. You can literally take my space since I'm so small.
And also, we can walk through each other's squares.
yeah,
so-
just
Oh, is
not.
that
Well, we can walk through each other's squares when we're not in combat. I think that's the rule.
No, you can
No,
walk
in
at any
combat
time.
is what
Oh, at any time.
you just can't end in their square.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can walk through the squares. You just can't end your turn there. Except
Correct.
me, because I'm a halfling and my size is so small that I could share a space with another character.
Yeah, unless you have a racial ability.
Yeah.
I just say my name is Mike, and then I just nod.
I meant a few words.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, don't worry, we will get to break him of his shell. The longer he was with us, he will talk more. We will force it out of him.
We will
I'm-
force it out of my cock. Yes, correct, Corlin.
Mhm. Yes, what he said.
Okay, so just for a little backstory, so you know who these people are. So Ardrin Bormar, he's a member of the Bormar clan, or the Bormar Guild. This group of people, it's like a huge crime syndicate in the city. They have a group called the Clawfoots, and they're like the personal guard of this family. So Halak is the leader of this clan, or of this group, and Grin is one of the Clawfoots. So Halak looks you up and down and says, "You look mighty fit. Are you here to protect our Sir Ardrin?"
something like that. I just nod again.
He says "salala."
Good,
Salada.
good.
Honestly, he's basically like an intern for the group. This is like a trial process. We're kind of judging him on his performance. You know, right now it's kind of like at acceptable level. He hasn't really, exceeded any great qualities yet, but we were giving him time to show what he can do.
He was able to cut a table in half at command. That's something.
Yeah, he did one thing that we asked of him so far.
Oh.
Well, I also told him to introduce himself, and he said Mike. So
Yeah,
that's also
then
something.
Exactly.
It
Looks like
sounds
I'm a better
you-
critic than he is. Anyways, yeah, he has moved.
Yes, and his adventuring group was also attacked by the creatures that Zayrun was referring to as that are coming to infiltrate, and we must work with Droam. So I thought maybe,
So he claims.
so he claims. So we're trying to see if any information matches up at least.
Ah, as someone from outside Sharn, that is good to hear. Yeah, that sounds. I'm glad that you have someone to protect your little hide. Would you
Yeah.
like to speak with
Yeah, honestly, it
Zayrun?
helps us.
Yes.
Perfect. Follow me. He makes his way down.
How often do you put on your hat of disguise, Ardrin?
I don't need to put it on for here.
Yeah, like, but how often do you? Do just like when we go down to the cogs?
Yes.
Okay.
When we go into the deep dark unknowns.
Okay, so as you go into this other room, there's a set of stairs that go down. I didn't make a whole other map for this little dungeon that's down there, but everybody goes down the stairs, and there are 2 holding cells, and Zayrun is inside one of them. He is chained and manacled,
Manacled.
whatever the word is.
Manacles. Mhm.
Yeah, and he has had all of his private possessions removed, so it's just him in the cell.
Can I look over what he was using, like what he was wearing and using, and what he had on him?
Roll for investigation.
Fuck. 14.
$14.
14. Okay. So you look it over. He was using 2 short swords, and then hold on. Let me.
Did he have the same armor on?
Yes, it definitely looks the same as the one that you gave to Belkyra. It's called Shift Weave, so it gives you
We may have to
advantage
confiscate that.
advantage
honestly.
on stealth checks.
This music's popping.
I
I
think
like it.
All right, so
Stop bobbing your head.
Arjun, I really don't have any questions that I wanted to ask him, so I'm just gonna leave it all to you.
Dipshit.
Oh, okay. So he has he has a pike, and he has 2 sets of 2 javelins, is what he has on him. And then he also had like a scimitar that looks similar in fashion to the ones of the rapiers that you saw, just a little bit better.
So what would I know about the law system? Do I know that this guy's about to get executed for breaking into like or are they just gonna let him off like with like a warning type thing? Like how does the law work?
Well, he's not being handed over to the Sharn Watch. He's being handed over to the Boromar clan, to the Boromar Guild.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I think he's about to die.
he's yeah, probably, because there's a lot of
Okay.
that, or he's just going to be like interrogated and maybe.
Then my whole goal is to let Arjun get as much information out of him as possible, and then I'm gonna try to get all of his possessions. So that's my objective. All right, so Arjun, did you want to ask him any questions?
I guess I just wanted a more understanding, and I guess to repeat the same story and see if everything is still matching up, and to see if Mike Hawk has anything to add to this.
Oh, you think my cock would be able to, interpret what he's saying?
Or maybe agree that has seen these creatures, or you know, something of the sort, just to match up some information so we have proof against of what we
Well, it
know is
would be
happening
another
and what we
person's
don't know.
perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Well, I'll sit back here and wait for you to interrogate, and then we'll talk after.
I have one
Okay.
question. Are these interrogation tools on the tables, or just kind of like?
They could be. Anything can be used as an interrogation
Well,
tool.
what do you mean by interrogation tools? You mean like
Like pliers?
Fucking in.
and prods and stuff, like where
Yeah.
they can like brand you and stuff like that?
Yeah.
They are tools.
Well, I think that she's asking for specifics, like like things that she could heat up to poke and like
Yeah,
stuff
there's
like that.
pliers, there's hammers, there's like
So yes.
yeah.
Okay. I was just
Nipple clamps.
hmm
Is
So
this an eye-opening experience for Acorn?
Yeah, she's just like curiously picking stuff up and putting it back down.
I go up to the jail cell or whatever, where he's being held, and I go up and I'll be like, so you keep saying that your clan is coming for you. I am one of the few that actually believe what you're saying.
You should.
Yes, none of these others are believing, but we have this Minotaur man, as you see behind me. Apparently he and his adventuring group were attacked by similar creatures you say are coming to, I guess, war with our cities, war with our land.
Hmm. He takes a really long look at Mike. He says, "You look familiar. Might I ask where you come from?"
Brelin.
Do you have family in Droam?
I don't know. As in, don't. No, I don't.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, no. Comma, no. Nah.
He's really
There's
playing
a-
into that barbarian, yes.
You look. There's another Minotaur I know. He looks. I swear, the horns. Something about the horns. He looks very similar to you.
What about the
And-
hat? The folded cloak?
Yeah, what about my cloak?
The hat doesn't do it for you, sir. I must say.
It feels good to wear.
Well, this Minotaur that I know would never wear such a thing.
All the minotaurs that I know of are dead, so I don't wear such beautiful clothing as I do.
Are you sure all of them are dead? Because I feel like there's still more Minotaurs out there outside of you.
All the ones I know of.
But honestly, I guess we're getting off track because of the clothing, sorry.
Just a little bit. So who is this Minotaur you know?
He is a commander for Sor Mena.
Do you
Surely
know
you've heard of him.
Yeah, unfortunately. Like, it's like this is a person that keeps getting in our fucking way, causing trouble, getting really annoying. Do you work for... yeah, that's right. You told us you work for this person. Why?
What?
Did he just cut out?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Cut out.
He said, "What?"
What?
Yeah. his mic is
Can
going
I
again.
ask why we're here? Like, what
Yes.
do we...
So,
My mic cut out.
okay, so the backstory for this is, okay, so Arjun he's part of this Boromar Guild. The Boromar Guild is a huge crime syndicate, and they have been being targeted by a different group. And so all of their warehouses and their like places that they own have been being raided and like destroyed and whatnot. And even his aunt got put in the hospital because the inn was attacked. So they have been trying
By
to figure out
his
who has been doing the attacks. And he
Oh, okay.
was found during one of the attacks and captured.
Gotcha.
Right, crime syndicate. We sell drugs and amongst other types of valuable goods, but we also have a high position of power here in Sharn.
Think of it as like a mafia family,
Right.
and they're like one of the more powerful ones,
And
So
we're
they do
being
a lot of
targeted.
legal and illegal stuff, and then someone was just trying to bring them down.
And so this guy was part of that. So I'm investigating why we're being attacked. And from what we captured him and he's told to us before is that the Dromites, or whatever you want to call them, the people, Jamie, you
Dromite.
explain it. Yeah, Dromites. They're not necessarily working against us, but they're working against us because we're not listening to them about this incoming attack. And they're trying to have us work together, but nobody's listening, apparently. So
Well, they've
I'm
been having
listening.
a problem. They haven't been heard for a long time. They've been trying to get to the board of Sharn for like a very long time. They had no one would listen to what they do. And then Sora Miranda was the first person that listened to their call, and now she's been abusing that privilege. So she's been trying to get helping them with little things, and now she's been getting them to also help her do little things, and it's getting them in trouble. So, and that's where we're at now.
Okay.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, okay. Go ahead. Ask a question. Ask the questions you want to ask, and I'll answer.
When did you first hear word of these attacks? Where did this all start?
I don't know as much as the daughters of Sorakel do, but Droam has been these creatures have been coming into Droam from the Towering Woods as I guess they have been cast out of the woods and sent into Droam. And the daughters of Sorakel are somehow are supposed to be in charge of keeping them in line, keeping them from causing a ruckus. How much do you know about the druids in the Elden Reaches?
I personally don't know much about the druids out there. I only know that they are part of this clan that is attacking our warehouses, and from what you just stated, is actually working in conjunction with them, which is going against what you originally said, that Drum has been trying to work together with uh, us here in Sharn, and now you're saying that they're working with
No,
these
no, no. You
creatures.
asked me when this began. It has been happening for decades.
Decades.
The daughters of Sorakel rose among the ranks and took over Droam about 11 years ago, as I'm sure you know.
Do I
But
know?
the invasion, yes, the invasion has been happening long before that. But they rose up and took over power of Droam to try and keep peace.
To keep peace between these creatures and Droam.
There are so many species in Droam, so many types of monsters and creatures. To have them all live together harmoniously is quite the challenge.
Right. I'm referring to the invading species, I guess, invading creatures that you referred to the last time we spoke.
Yes, many from the city, many from the western parts of Corvair wouldn't be able to tell the difference between a goblin and the fey creatures. They just see them all as monsters, as I'm sure you are aware, for I know your father and how he believes.
Right. My father has been one to not like these other unhumanoid looking creatures. Uh, what I guess the daughters of Sorakel, they're not, are they keeping the peace with these Fae, or are they against these Fae?
They are trying to keep the peace of everybody that lives there. However, there are groups of these Fae that are becoming more and more determined to seek out land, to kill off creatures that have been there and owned this part of the country for many a century. And they are coming here from a land unknown.
That's what I'm trying to get together. That's what I'm trying to have people understand. I'm trying to not necessarily save your hide, but to save more than what we have, what we are currently trying to do, at least with Sharn. I would like for us to work together, I guess. I don't see anything wrong with Droam. I don't see anything wrong in that sense. But, attacking my family business, that's personal. And I understand you're doing it to send a message of sorts or just trying to remove my family from power. But I don't think that's going to change anything for the Droam side. I don't think it's just going to become more political than that, and everything's going to be ignored, and the fake creatures are going to come and fucking kill us all, from my understanding.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Dirty 20.
You are quite different from your father. Your view.
Yeah.
Your view is surprising. Dog, I'm gonna fucking kill you. End your life. I'm gonna kick her out of the room. Hold on.
No, I'm not a dog. I gotta go. Okay. Well, I do have allies with some Drom type creatures, such as Dragonborn and others of the sort, especially with Tiefling, who's actually outside. So I don't see a problem with coexisting, but if there's another group trying to attack and remove all of us from this, I'd rather not have that. We're just starting to get Drom to the Dromites or the Drum-like creatures to rise up in Sharn and become a part of our society, at least a little more than what they are now. And I feel like the more we include is the better for everyone. No more hostility in that sorts. I think that's
Then we have similar goals. Our goal is to be heard. Our goal is to rise up as we feel like we should be able to live in the city. I have the means to live in the upper city if I so chose, but shifters are not commonly welcomed there,
I
as
mean,
you may know. And he looks over at Corwin.
see, he's welcome. I think to an extent.
Well, yeah, but I am lucky. I don't look too much like Shifter. You actually have to look closely. Most people think I'm just human.
That is why I keep my coverings. He nods over towards the table where all this stuff is, and he has like his face covering and stuff over there.
Can I do an
Yeah,
insight check
I'm
on
pretty
any of
hooded
this
as well.
to see if he's telling the truth, if I feel like whatever he's saying is truthful? Natural 1, but halfling, lucky. Insight? That's only a 10.
He's a little hard to read, but you don't see any. He doesn't have any reason to lie to you at this moment, and he is
I'll roll one
honestly
too.
surprised.
I have reason to think,
Sure.
not think he's telling the truth.
He's honestly surprised by the words coming out of your mouth.
Mike Hawk, do you feel like he's telling the truth?
Ooh, a 23 for insight.
Yeah.
If you want to roll for investigation as well, you can. Mike.
Insight.
I can.
Insight. I meant insight.
Yeah, I rolled an 18, so +5.
So just click on the insight under the abilities there, and it should roll in D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
So far, everything that you rolled so far has been crazy high, so.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I rolled.
You rolled?
No, there it
Oh,
is.
there it
Told me
is.
to roll.
You rolled it like 4 times, 5 times. Well, the first
Okay.
one, which is 11.
I was just lagging. The first one's
Oh, yeah.
11.
Hold
Okay.
lag. Jesus Christ.
You don't know. Okay, so Mike, you don't really understand anything that's going on right now. Like you've heard of the Bormar Guild before, just because they're so huge, but you don't know any of the inner workings, and you've never been to Droam, so you don't really know much of what's going on. Besides, for the creatures that you were attacked by, seem to be of Fey quality, and especially from talking to them earlier, you think that whoever this invading group is probably are who killed your comrades. Corlin, for you, a lot of history starts perking up because you are from the Elden Reaches. Marla is a druid, so you are kind of familiar with the druids, especially like within the forest and Forest Haven. You've known a fair amount about the druids. You know there's a bunch of different groups of druids, so it kind of depends on what he's talking about. But there are green singer druids. There are wardens of the wood is a group of druids, and there are ashbound druids. So you're not sure what group he's talking about. The ones you know most about are the Wardens of the Wood, and what they do is they protect the Towering Woods, and they keep all the creatures that are supposed to be
What problem is
residents.
he having with the druids right now?
He asked how much y'all knew about them, and he said that they were the ones sending these creatures into Droam.
Got you. Those are the cause behind the issue. Okay, we just don't know which one that they're talking about. But I would at least like you're telling me that I would have an idea of the groups and like I could narrow it down and try to figure it out a little bit more.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that to myself for right now while they're doing the interrogation.
Okay. But he does seem to be being relatively honest from what y'all can tell. He has no reason to lie at this point.
I don't see a reason for your death. I know there might not be much in my power to stop this, and I want more focus on this. Everyone keeps turning a blind eye to this, and there's so much fucking happening. Let me see. Halak, I'm gonna go over to Halak, and I'm gonna say what the plan is what to do with him after we leave.
As promised, I'm going to report the incident to your father this evening, and it will be up to him to decide.
And what do you think is going to happen?
Something tells me he's probably going to be locked away and potentially charmed into telling us more information on what's going on. If not, and if your father finds that he is not being truthful or doesn't believe him, then he will probably order me to execute him.
Yeah, that's what I expected. Okay.
So since we apprehended these victims, can we confiscate their weapons and as well as their armor?
I believe this would be more useful for the Clawfoots, but if you would like to speak to Sidon, perhaps he would relinquish them to you.
Understood.
So I'm gonna go back to Zayrun. I'm gonna ask him: is there anything that you could tell us that could help us sway this case? Any other information that we can use to benefit both sides of this?
I think that somebody needs somebody from the council. For all I know, they have not even spoken to any of these druids, but somebody needs to go to the Towering Woods and find out the truth of where these creatures are coming from.
All right, this is where I step in. Look, you
The
know that there's tons of different druids in those woods. Like, we do not know exactly where people would be coming from. There's at least 5 different regions of different druids. It would take forever to figure that out exactly.
Mm. That is our issue. They do not let any of our pack wander the Towering Woods anymore. So Ormena is very upset, for she has been kicked out of her home and forced to live with, and he looks over at the Minotaur, forced to live with the Minotaur that follows her.
All I'm saying
But,
is this will not be a quick solution. This will take lots of time.
Yes, it has taken quite a while already. Our pack has been traversing, keeping all of these rebellions under control. We have killed countless numbers of these creatures, but they just, every time we killed more, more and more appear, and it is quite tiring. We came to Sharn in a
Mainly
hope
you're asking
that
for help, correct? Like you need help with killing these monsters, putting them at bay, like giving some relief from what's coming at you, correct?
yes, the balance needs to be restored.
How often do you guys get attacked?
They have been attacking different parts of Drom and different parts now of Brewin, as we have not been able to keep them within our borders. They have been moving out towards Brewin, which he
Is
looks
it
over again at
I'll
Mike and he
describe like
says,
the fey creatures that we've encountered, like the ones on the train and whatnot. Are they and to see if there's any similarities to the same attacks, because Sharn's been getting attacked as well. So just want to see if it's the same creatures.
he confirms they are same basic origin. He also
Well then,
yeah, he lets me know that
look,
he's been
like we're
responsible
gonna
for
go ahead.
keeping them in Droam, but they have been getting past the guards and his patrols because his numbers are dwindling, and so they came to Sharn for assistance to try and find people that would help, but they have not been able to locate. None of the guilds will work with them, and the council won't really offer mercenary help.
Honestly, look, I think everyone's getting attacked right now. You are not the only one, so this is a time for need for probably everybody. This is going to be a very difficult task to accomplish without lots of mercenaries going in different directions. Seems like we have a very big problem.
Agreed.
Does this actually change our course of action, though? Because, I mean, what we're doing now is going to affect the same thing that what is causing trouble for these people.
I think that it is very much in common, and when we end up going to search whatever we're going to search for in regards to the train accidents, we're gonna end up on that side of the world and talking to these, running into these druids.
I believe that these same people are causing issues with not just us, but for them as well. I think it's all connected.
Yes, I think it's all connected too. And now I want to try and convince my father of the same, and potentially my sister too, as she is on the council, to either hold off his death or to take this more seriously. I don't see
Well, I
any...
mean, you can just inform them that, like, they're
You
not
are
the only ones getting attacked.
You are planning on leaving Sharn to investigate.
Yeah,
these.
so there's we have a lot of information, and we have deadlines that we have to come across. It's going to the same things that are attacking you have been attacking Sharn as well, and we've been putting time and effort into it. We will
Might
be
I
leaving soon for this.
suggest a location and a person to visit that may help you, may save you
Sure,
some
sure, sure.
time?
I'll present Acorn, our secretary. You know, so he will definitely keep track of this. Yes.
I'm sure you all know of House Tharashk. That's the mark of
What?
finding. House Tharashk is the mark of finding house. They're mostly
Is
orcs and
that
half orcs.
the dwarves?
No, they're mostly orcs and half orcs. I'm sure you all know of House Tharashk. Right now they are headquartered in Greywall. And will remember that the Greywall is the city that is led by the Illithid.
So I probably misspelled that, but House Thrash and Orcs is kind
Yes.
of what I got from that.
Yeah, mark a finding house.
Mark of finding.
They
Yeah,
are who.
Illithid is like a mind flare type thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're the ones that like can commune with oh, okay, never mind. That's different.
They are who I report to. They are the ones that have led me here to investigate and commandeer goods from the Bormar Guild.
Who runs that house, or who is the noble for that region?
There are multiple clans. There are 3 different clans in House Thorak, but I would tell you. Hold on, let me find my notes. I would tell you the person that would most likely present you with this information and be willing to help you. His name is Ular Torn.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one to remember. Ular Torn.
Urler, Urlar, and then Torrn, his last name.
All right, one more time.
Urler, and then Torn, Torrn.
Okay.
And I need all the 3 of you, Ardrin, Acorn, and Corlin, to roll history checks for me.
I think I only get a
7.
+2. Oh.
It's a 17.
Oh, what did it? I rolled a 19 on the die. 21.
Okay, so Arjun and Corlin, you both recall the orcs that you helped, the ones that Barson introduced you to. Their leader was Erlar Torn.
The one that who introduced us to?
Barson, remember y'all went up to meet Derek and did like a little mission for them and then went back down to the cog?
Those orcs.
Mm-hmm. He was like one of the guys that couldn't get into Sharn type of thing.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those 3 of them. Was it those 3 that
hmm
probably the leaders of the house?
It was their leader, so they worked for him.
Okay. So those are the people that we've met that are within that house.
Right.
And these were the orcs that were attacked by these fey creatures, if I remember correctly.
That is correct.
And we spoke to
Yeah,
them,
these
and
motherfuckers been attacking everybody, like all over the place.
and we spoke with them, and they seemed okay. And they're the ones attacking us, and they didn't even mention any of that.
Yeah, it's very
Or-
confusing. Look, honestly, like there's a lot of information that we really need to discuss. And
only so much time.
probably everyone needs to be on for it.
Yeah.
Well, because like I don't even know if I want to say it here, so like I won't discuss it like at the moment. But there's like things that I've had. I'm not even gonna go into it.
Are you gonna remember it?
So is there any other information that you want us to know before we go? Because we were actually going to try to deal with, what was it? Sarah Moran, not too long.
So Romana.
Mana, yeah.
I recommend visiting Greywolf first. That is my only
Okay.
recommendation. Romana is currently located just north of that location. Like I said, she's with the Minotaur in her ranks. He is a warlord for the Daughters of Sorkel.
I'm trying to look at the map here and see where Greywall is again.
It's like right in
Well, we'll
between
definitely
2 of
take
the
it into
derailment sites.
consideration.
As far as my death is concerned, I have no worries there.
Oh, good. Then I can speak openly. What is it like with the notes that I've been getting that are saying that we should be helping these people as well? Like they're an ally. It's like we really need to talk to Hedris and some other people that are more tied to their side.
Yeah.
Those are like in 2 different parts of the world.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, if only you had a way of contacting Hedis. Like with
Well,
one of
we could.
these, and I pull
We
up a
have
sending stone.
which one called ascending or message, but it's a third level spell that no one can use yet.
Yeah, so we don't have it. Have a way.
Fuck.
Why is it doing that?
All right, so yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure it. But we need to honestly, we need to visit them eventually. It's the only way that we're gonna get these orbs dealt with as well.
Yeah. Let's convene. Let's reconvene at my father's estate. Feel like that's the next step here before we choose to go anywhere.
Corwin, you pull out your letter. You still have your letter from Herod Threes, and it says,
Yeah.
Dear Corwin, I have communed with the Lord of the Hunt, who has informed me the individual we witnessed on the day of the ritual is known as the Dark Prince, an ally to our quest and our path. The weapon forged released him from the binds of the Daelkyr, our most formidable enemies. Do not fear the Fae, for they are forming a future of opportunity. I wish the best for you in your new life in Sharn.
No, I got this, but the one thing that's confusing is there's lots of Fae. So they could be the ones that are like helping us or the ones that are fucking shit up. It could be both. I mean, there could be like two different types.
Is he repeating that
No,
out
the
loud, or is
Fae
that internal for him?
for
Unless
me,
you
no,
shared.
I would share because this is what I was talking about earlier, and then she just pulled up the letter. So I'm sharing this with the group, you know.
Or at least with you, 2 or 3.
Yeah, Acorn and Arjun, you know, because like Mike would have no idea about any of this at this point,
True.
you know.
Exactly.
So I mean, it would just be confusing to you.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I mean it's definitely confusing me as well because on one side we're
Yeah,
hearing
see, this is
Fae,
like
Fae are bad,
exactly.
they're coming, they're killing
Now the
people,
question is,
and
honestly, like, is this Fae gonna help us, fight our current problem, which is the uh, what are they called? The Hasek or is it the Fae that is attacking everybody? Is the question.
From what you understand, yes.
See, now that's what makes everything really fucking confusing. This is like we don't know who our allies are in this situation. Because honestly, like the Feywild, what I'm saying is having a huge problem, and things are just spewing out everywhere. And there's probably some good Fey that are trying to stop it. You know, like people like balance and checks type thing.
we don't know that, but what we do know is from the letters that we found last night that the Lord of the Hunt is working with these Fae and the Fae for the contaminated Fae dust, which we have, which is the bad stuff that's trying to overtake my family's
Yeah, fuck
business.
everything up.
But you're also a part of that through Haris.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
So where do you
So
stand?
like, honestly, whoever pays me the most money is the side that I stand on. My solution's very easy. So I mean, whoever presents me more money is the path I'm probably going to take. Easily. So, but I will tell you this is the information that I have and the bonds that I have formed. When it comes to my Lord of Hunt, I'm always going to side with him. He's probably the only one that I will side with over being paid at a dramatic point. So if he's presenting me things like this, then I'm going to try to at least establish what he's talking about. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but that's my outlook.
It does, but it doesn't make sense why you're still trying to help us, I guess.
And Corlin, you would
Because
also
you're
know,
paying me.
the Lord of the Hunt, no one really knows where he lives or where he's from per se, but he's always the only
How do
time
I
he's
know of him? Is he just my deity type thing, or
he's not really
have I ever come across him? You know, I mean, like, was I?
you haven't been
Yeah.
like formally introduced to him or whatnot, but there are sightings of him all the time.
Is
So
he a
he is like an
demigod type
actual,
thing?
yeah, sorta. He's an actual being that lives in the Towering Woods or in that area in Elden Reaches, and he doesn't really interfere much, but he does have like a group that follows him, which is the Wild Hunt, which is kind of a Wild Hunt shifter. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Is
but
it an archfey type thing?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
This just adds more wrinkles into everything. Because the more we permit to Haris, the more he knows about our plans here and
Well, look. I'll tell you right now. He probably has more information about all this than we even know. Because I am like, I was very low on the totem pole when it came to like espionage and all of that. He has much better and much bigger outlook on it than I do.
from my outlook
Like,
right now, Haris is not one of the good guys.
but he is one of your father's best friends. You know.
Zayrun laughs at that point. Ha ha ha. Yes, Herdries. Herdries is he has mixed alignments, I would say. But
Oh yes, I would agree with that.
I think that he works heavily with these druids, and he from what I've gathered from hearing you speak, I imagine that he is has not told you much of his who he follows and what he knows.
I don't know what to do with this information, Corlin. If my father finds out, oh, I don't even know if he's here. He's muted.
No, I'm still hearing you. I just
Okay.
had to open my door real quick. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this information because if we tell my father about Haris and that he was conspiring with the Fae,
Look, you don't have to tell him anything right now, because honestly, we don't have enough information to even make a decision.
we
We
have
have very
signed
little information.
letters from the Lord of the Hunt working with the Fae. Haris has said the Fae are good. The Fae are what's fucking everything up right now. What do you think?
I, I think that there are two different types of Fae that we're dealing with here, because this is conflicting information.
Okay,
So I think that there's things that are trying to stop it, and then there's things that are trying to cause it.
wouldn't you think Haris would have informed you of that?
This is the only information that I've had. It's obviously very difficult to communicate.
That's an assumption, but let's think about the bad road. Think about the most negative version of this.
Uh huh. That would
Haris,
be what? That we're working with the bad guys? That we're the
no,
baddies?
no. You're working with the baddies and you don't know it.
It could be cause, but you know, I'd honestly have to see their point of view.
If the Lord of the Hunt becomes our enemy at any point,
Then you're fucked.
we're fucked?
Yeah. Do you think that we can take on someone of that stature?
Not right now, no.
No, not at all. Yeah, correct. We would all be fucked.
But you just said that your alignment will fall with the Lord of the Hunt.
Yeah, because he is the person that I follow. So like I have no reason for him to be evil. Like
You
he has
have
never
no
shown me that.
reason.
Yeah.
You've never seen the Lord of the Hunt. You've been told what the Lord of the
Jamie,
Hunt has
out of
shown
character,
Haris.
like would I know his like alignment?
Yeah, you would know you would know he's typically good. The shifters look on him good.
So he's
Like
not even a neutral. He's like chaotic good or true good or
he's
awful
chaotic good. Yeah. Most Fae are chaotic. And very mischievous. So and they're
Is
hard
he
to control.
okay, is he like a Robin Hood type person or like what's like a good example of the Lord of the Hunt?
Oh, he's more like he flies around with his group and like the Wild Hunt, and he manages all of the Fae and the beings in the Towering Woods. So he's kind of like the what's the word for it?
Like an
If
alpha?
if people get really out of line, he's the one that steps in and tells them what's going to happen, and he keeps everybody in line, and he's trying to keep the balance.
So he's like a Peter Pan type thing, where
Yeah,
he's like
he's very big on
gotcha.
keeping the balance between the natural world and the plane of the Fae.
All right. how does he usually recruit or get his followers? Is it through like just lost people, or
Uh,
does he purposely talk to them, or would I not know that?
the word is spread through the druids, through the wardens of the wood,
Okay.
are the ones that are aligned with him. And Herdris and your pack are, they work closely with the wardens of the wood, which are these druids.
All right, then I would go back to Arjun and be like, yeah, look, I have no reason to believe that he would have any ill intentions at all.
What about
If he
Hades?
did do something to it, it's because like he was caused. There was lots of cause for him to do this, so he was provoked.
I guess we'll have to see what comes of it, but I would take into understanding that Hades might not be as good as you think he is. Just to
Well,
keep that thought in mind.
how good is your father? Honestly, like you were very scared that this person, if we would take it to him, would die immediately, without even having any questioning whatsoever.
Right. My father's
People
ignorant.
in power usually get corrupt one way
Right.
or another.
I do not disagree with that. My father may be ignorant, but Hades knows what he's doing.
That no, this then may not necessarily be true. Like honestly, he listens to his woman a lot as well. So there's misconceptions. All I can tell you is he is powerful though. You know, he does usually make good decisions, but he is not perfect by any means.
Okay. We'll, we'll just have to be prepared for that when that comes. So, as long as you
Yeah.
are,
Look, I'm not going against Harry's if that's what you're saying.
I'm not saying that
So
either, but if it does come up to it,
we'll see. We will see, sir. I wouldn't. Whatever you're thinking, I think is outside the box right now.
I mean, we have
These are
signed
more than
documents,
likely. Oh, you're gonna need more information, my friend.
as will you. Let's,
Sure. Sure.
I mean, you will too. I mean, it's not that hard to think about. We have signed documents. Hades says good. Documents say bad. Kind of easy
So
to
let me tell you
interpret.
this: how long have you been in this industry? Like, how easy would it be for either of these documents to be forged?
For it to be
Like,
where
how
it
do we even know
was,
that they're like the documents that I got is like honestly from him, or the ones that you have are legit as well?
the documents, these are the documents you found yesterday.
And like they could have been forged easily. Same with the ones that you have.
Those are the ones I have.
Well, okay. Well, I have a letter,
You have
and
a letter
you
from
have the
Hades,
documents.
and we have the
Yeah.
documents from when we broke into that tower and found that room with all these documents in it. That's what I'm referring to.
Mm-hmm.
The documents you found.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The documents that I stole from the desk is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he could have forged those for like what you call blackmail and things like that. So we don't necessarily know like who made them or why.
Well, the ingredients on that list were signed by the Lord of the Hunt. So maybe, if you so believe in your Lord of the Hunt, maybe you should try some of this Fey dust. If you believe in him so much.
Well, honestly, like I was gonna wait for everybody to come back because like this whole thing like saying like the only the chosen ones are going to be able to go through and whatnot. I figured we would try this eventually just to see what the fuck, but this is a high risk, high reward type situation, you know? And it's basically the where your faith is type of thing. And I'm sure one of us was going to end up trying this. And I
Yeah.
don't mind being the guinea pig in this type of situation.
I mean, yeah, we could try it out. We could be in a controlled environment.
But yeah, honestly, I think everyone should be on for that. I don't think that's something that we're gonna do today.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. Is there anything else you want to do before we finish up?
Yeah, let's get into a 3-hour fight.
Is there anything else that we needed to do? I mean, like, do we need prep for what we call it, going out? Like, is it cold where we're going, or like, what are the elements like?
It is becoming winter. Right now, it's the end. It's about to be November, which is called Aryth, 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 the month of November. So it's getting colder. Yes.
All right, well, I don't know. I don't think we need to get stuff yet. I think we'll be back in Sharn before like the winter hits. I could be wrong.
Might as well pack something. The only thing I have left is to go and speak with the father, so we could do that next time as well with everybody around and potentially try out this Fey Dust as well. Is what I'm thinking.
How many uses of the Fey Dust do I have on me?
I have
Have
one.
well, I had a contaminated vial. I don't know like how many like I could reproduce that vial into like said product. You know.
I'm going to say in total between the whole group that you have 3
So
uses
yeah, so
right now.
3 uses. I'll write that down.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, the next week should be interesting.
So I did Keith was the only one that did the homework prompts from what I gave.
Right.
So, which is fine, but I decided what I'm going to do instead of having you guys tell me is I'm going to give everybody a document this week, just like a little couple like bullet points of things that I think your character would know outside of Sharn, or places that they would be familiar with, and like tracking in those places you will get advantage, or if you're recalling information about them you'll get advantage, that type of stuff. And then and just kind of give you basically a little paragraph about what's going on there and what your character would know. Everybody is going to be familiar with a different place in Corvair. So Arjun is obviously Sharn, so he kind of doesn't need one, but I'll give him just enough so that he has maybe like a recap of what everything that's been going on. And then Acorn, you're going to be familiar with the Towering Woods, and you're going to be familiar with a lot of the stuff in Elden Reaches, because that's kind of where you did your scouting parties and stuff before with Wolf's Paw. You might also know a few important characters moving forward.
Where's her armor from? Like her
Ar-
wooden armor. Is it from like say like one of those areas?
Yes, the wood she's composed of came from the Towering Wood, the Dark Wood. And then Corlin, you're going to be familiar with Northern Elden Reaches, and specifically the Wolf's Paw Pack and the Druid sects that are there. There's 2 of them that you will SECTS.
Sec.
Oh, dang it. I thought there was gonna be some druid sex.
I heard that too.
That so I'll give you some information that your character would know that'll help moving forward. My cock is going to be familiar with Breland and the forest there, so I'll give you just a little bit of information. It won't
Okay.
be very much, but just enough so that you kind of know like the main creatures that are in the
Okay.
area, stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
And then Belkyra is going to know Droam, so hers is going to be pretty important too. Talia is a druid, so she's going to know all about the druids and how they're connected to the Fae. So I'm going to give her a big blurb. And Nyack is a dwarf, or well, he was raised by dwarves. He's a drow that was raised by a bunch of dwarves. So he knows a lot about subterranean, going in caves. He knows a lot about the kind of creatures that you might find down there and whatnot. And he also knows a lot about Kybir, or the realm below. So he knows a lot about Delcure. He knows a lot about mind flayers. He knows a lot about all that type of stuff that you'd find down there. So I'm going to give him a blurb about that. So
Okay.
everybody's going to get like a different bit of information, and whether you share it or not is completely up to you guys. And it'll probably end up being useful, and it's probably good to have around for when y'all leave the city of Sharn.
Okay. But can we answer if the Minotaur fucks cows or like other Minotaurs or humans?
Did he get a mark?
He did not. I didn't. We just made the character yesterday, so I didn't make it complicated.
What type of barbarian did you make?
He's a frenzy barbarian.
Frenzy? Alright.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
it's good.
like-
So when he goes into like a frenzy, he could attack us too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so he gets 2 attacks.
I think that's his cat I just heard, or your cat, or
That's my
It's
her
cat.
Zippo.
Right here.
It could be
Zippo.
one of the 3 cats, because I know all 3 of you have cats. I don't.
Yeah, Shippo's almost 18.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Old kitty.
Old boy.
How old's your cat, my cock?
Pretty close to that, yeah. Old 2.
By the way, his actual
He's
name
about to
is
go.
Jesse, by the way. So,
Yeah, I would assume that.
he
Alright,
is-
are you gonna
he
try
is-
to play like every Sunday, or like what's your schedule gonna be like?
Yeah, probably if I do, yeah, it'll be every Sunday, yeah.
No, okay.
But,
No, that's
yeah.
cool.
So next
Cool.
Sunday
Unfortunately, we
we're
don't have a
expecting.
fighter. So
Yeah.
Sorry?
Next Sunday we're planning everyone to be here. Nobody has
Yeah.
called out on that yet.
well, it's Valentine's Day, you know, and it's
Today.
a weather type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I
Crazy.
know Megan is just hungover, she said, and she's not feeling well, which makes sense when you're that hungover.
Well, her
I'm-
birthday was yesterday.
yeah, let me stop the recording now before I shit on Megan because she's a piece of shit for not being here.